As evening descends upon Waterdeep, the city of splendors, a lively clamour fills the air of the Yawning Portal, one of Waterdeep's most renowned taverns. The establishment buzzes with the tales of distant lands, the clinking of ale mugs, and the occasional outburst of laughter or challenge. It's a place where adventurers gather seeking respite or the thrill of a new quest. In a cosy corner of the tavern, amidst the boisterous revelry, sits a diverse band of adventurers, each bearing the mark of experience and the hunger for greater fame and fortune. You are a party of three, drawn together by fate and the promise of untold riches and perilous exploits. At level 3, your tales are just beginning to unfold. Your names are just starting to be whispered among the throngs of Waterdeep. Tonight, you are here for a job. Someone you've met in the past has contacted you and wants to hire you for a job you are well skilled for. As you sit there at the table, Mert arrives, making his way over towards you. A man whose reputation precedes him in Waterdeep. Mert the moneylender, some call him, and others Mert the merciless. He's a mountain of a man, draped in rich garments that do little to hide his brawny frame, with a roaring laugh and a voice that carries the echoes of countless tavern brawls and boisterous tales. Despite his outward appearance of a simple, jovial braggart, you know there is sharpness behind his gaze. This is no mere drunken storyteller. This is a man who has navigated the treacherous waters of Waterdeep's politics and commerce to amass wealth far beyond that of his adventuring days. His actions, once thought to be reckless, often have been calculated risks that have paid off handsomely for him in the past, showcasing his cunning and his shrewd judgment of character. As he approaches, we need to get some introductions of the party. All right, so I'm going to just pick randomly, and Joe for this time. Can you describe your character for us as a start point, please?
Yes. Azul is a winter ladrin. She has what I describe as a starry night sky in winter, so hair. So she has dark hair at the top and it goes down into white and it looks like there's stars in her hair. She's always very cheerful. She is very much, she talks about the Fae a lot. She's very much that the Fae is much better than here, but she's here on adventures and trying to be open to this place. But she is very much always telling stories about the Fae, and she is a College of Glamour bard, so she is always very much looking after her appearance and playing songs to keep everyone happy.
I'm sure that goes down well inside the Yawning Portal at times. Yes, she probably gets a little bit of a reputation for some of that over time. That's definitely plausible on that one. Yes, no, that is all good. Next on the list, we will go for Jess. Let's have your character.
Okay, so Magnus is a more elderly gentleman with heavy daddy vibes to him, as agreed upon. He was a notable hero back in his youth, but after settling down to marry a tavern keeper in a few towns over, he retired the adventuring life. But after his wife died suddenly from a short illness, he realized that being in the tavern wasn't what he wanted anymore, so he's returned back to the adventuring life as a kind of midlife crisis moment. Really
coming back to his old skills from before. Wow. Okay, yes. Fair enough on that one. Yes, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's been around the world. He's been in the Yawning Portal many a time, and I don't know how well comfortable he is in the city, but
very.
He would have he would definitely know enough and know his way around to from his earlier his days in his youth. Yes, probably maybe one of the people that actually Mert came to with this possible job offer in the first place. Maybe he's someone that you knew in your younger days as well. Okay, moving on to the last one, and that will be Conrad. Let's have your character up.
Vincent Thimbleson is a halfling. He will tell everybody that he's a hair below 3 foot, but he's actually closer probably to 2'9.5". A little bit of a pooch. Nicer clothing, but a little threadbare. He is actually playing a game of solitaire at the table, and every third deal he's dealing with an invisible mage hand because he is an arcane trickster rogue, and he's just waiting for whatever Mert is about to tell them.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, clearly Mert does make his way over to the table to you guys, and he's like, good evening, friends. I hope you've been having a pleasant time in this fine establishment. It is not to everyone's taste, but I find I like it very much. He begins introducing himself properly, and he basically talks a little tiny bit about Waterdeep. His interest in you guys has been clear from the last couple of times that you guys have been talking. But yes, he basically starts talking roughly about a place called Blue Alley and a possible job that he would think that your skills would be most useful for. And I'm willing to pay a fair bit of gold if you're interested in a job. I need to get an item back from a strange place. Blue Alley is it's one of the odder places in Waterdeep. It's kind of like a training ground, a oddly replenishing treasure house, a strange dwelling to strange creatures as well. Very magical, very odd, well known, but also treacherous to those that wander in without knowledge. I mean, luckily there are things in place and wards that have protected people, but yes, something of mine has been taken, and I believe it is there. And I would like to hire you all to go collect it for me, if you would. I'm offering about 500 gold pieces each, if you will. Take on this job, and that's not to be sniffed at when on that one. I don't care what other treasures and things that you find within the alley, and I'm sure there will be plenty of things for you to fight off or challenges for you to overcome. But all I need is the Celestite unicorn, a statue. It would be fairly obvious what it is when you find it, but it is mine, and I would like it back. And if you would be so gracious, well, everything else that you find in there can be of your own. So what say you? Is this of interest? I've heard that you're quite good.
Can I insight check that it is actually his?
You may indeed. You may indeed.
Can I insight check that he's actually going to pay us if we find this thing, or if he's going to do some sort of, now here's your 500 gold total?
No
22.
problem. No problem. 22 on that one. And
Can I insight? Can I insight check to see if everyone is having a good time in here? Because I can't think of a reason why I didn't.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you can have advantage on that one.
I can't find it. Hang on.
That's okay. That's all right. So yeah, let's deal with this. Magnus, you are sure there is story to whatever tale went on with this Celestite unicorn, but he is honest and earnest in his opinion that he does in fact own this thing that has been taken. But yeah, you think there is more to that than meets the eye on that one. Vincent, you know this guy is he's crafty, he's shifty, but he's on the money with this. You do think that he's actually being genuine. He really, really wants this item. He's made his money in Waterdeep over the years and through different enterprises. He was an adventurer and then has managed to go on to be someone in the shadows of Waterdeep that has done very, very well in honest and dishonest living. But yeah, you're pretty sure that this is an honest thing to him. Now, the only thing I would say, if he wants it for that amount of money,
It's got to be worth more.
Maybe others would want it for more. That is definitely something that may well be crossing his mind. That's definitely true. But yes, anyway, so if you would be able to find it and you are willing, I am more than happy to be paying you the 500 for each of you to be going in there for that. And I would be extremely grateful. And I would see this as the beginning of a time where we can become closer and maybe put you forward for bigger and better things within the city. Your names are starting to already get around, but with my backing, well, that could be a whole different level. There's more gold in Waterdeep than you know, and this could be the start of something very special. And he's giving you a wry smile, and all the charm is sort of dripping off him as all of this is going on. But how do you feel about this? Do you take a moment as a group, or how does this
Azul is
play
looking
out?
at Magnus because she 100% thinks that he's the leader of this party.
It might well have been something of him also bringing Mert to your attention as well. That might also have been true. I think I'm happy for that to be a thing where he knew Mert in his younger days, when he was a braggart, even more so than he is now. He's almost got an air of authority. He didn't back in the day. Yeah, he was a swashbuckler and then some.
She will say, group huddle. Let's talk about this. This is clearly a very important item. Is 500 gold enough?
Well, it's your decision. You know me, I do this for the love of the adventure. Money's not a thing for me, you know.
Audible eye roll.
Yeah, I was going to say Azul eye rolls.
Audible eye roll.
Azul eye rolls from Magnus to Vincent, just to see what he says.
Vincent is, he was in the middle of dealing cards, like I said before, and what happened was when he said 500 gold, he was in the middle of dealing with his mage hand, and so the card is just in the air, and it looks like somebody is fidgeting with it, but you can't see a hand doing that, and he's just been doing math in his head. So he's like, 500 gold apiece. That means that 1,500 gold total. That means, and he does no cut. If we go inside and we catch everything, we get everything, and he wants no percentage of what we find. That has to mean, Azul, I think you're right. Whatever's in there, that's got to be worth a lot of money. Now, we could find whatever that is, and then we could sell it ourselves. But we don't know what it does. He says we know when we see it. Now, what we do if we give it back to him, that's us investing in a future with this fat bastard, and that means that we could milk him for even more later on down the line.
He does like to stay with his clients. I can verify that. I've been with the man for many years, too many to count.
Absolutely, there's been definitely many a thing has gone in in the past with some of that, and he's had good dealings, he's had bad dealings, he's been up and he's been almost destitute at some points in his life, but he's a very rich man and calculated now.
That's another thing. If he's so rich and he's so calculated, if we cross him, that means that he can actually come after us in a bad way. So maybe that's not what we're going to do. We have this information. He knows that he's given us this information. So maybe we should just take him up 500 gold and a potential relationship with one of the bigwigs here in Waterdeep. That's not nothing.
I was just more thinking 500 gold, it sounds like a lot, but that sounds like it's gonna be dangerous. We haven't been on many dangerous things yet. And I feel like maybe this might, for this amount of money and he only wants one thing, I think it might be a bit too out of his depth and he's asking us to go in.
Well, I can't speak for the old man, but I've never seen 500 gold in my entire life. And I'm a very successful gambler, which he was. He is not anymore, but he most definitely will still claim to be.
Well, I've definitely seen 500 gold of my time. And well, whilst Mort is a powerful man amongst people, I don't think that links to his physical prowess. So sending able people like us is definitely in his wheelhouse. This adventure seems mighty fun, and I really think we should definitely go on it. We can build a bond as a team, and we can get the best making memories.
I could literally give two shits about making memories, but the 500 gold and whatever other shit's in there, I think I'm in. I think I have to be. What about you,
Yeah,
Azul?
I agree. Memories are cool, but we kind of need to be alive to know them.
And
Yeah, I'm all about stories. Like, obviously, I tell loads of stories. If this was in the Fae, it would be like 100%. It would be crazy because it would be so magical. But I feel like we're just walking into a death trap. We're kind of like a Suicide Squad of sorts.
They could not be more different, could they?
I mean, Azul, I'm ready to go. It seems like Grandpa's ready to go. If you want to ask for more money, maybe for us, then feel free to make it a little bit worth more your while. But if we're going to be a democracy here, you're outvoted.
Oh, no, I don't care about the money. I have very little interest in
As
money.
the only person who cares about the money, essentially, I'm fine with taking this deal. You can go for the memories that you'll take to the grave, like tomorrow. You can go for the memories that you'll take back to the Fae and stop fucking talking about it. I'll take your share then, huh? 1,500 for Vincent. That sounds good to me.
Oh, no, I would just give it to, like, anyone. I'd give it to the street, like, people.
I
on the
count
streets.
as anyone. I am
No,
part
you-
of anyone.
But I would note that you already have 500 gold. The people on the streets, like, they might be poor, so I'll just give it to them and just, oh, there we go.
Most likely, people on the street are scamming you. You might as well give it to your good old, honest
That happened
friend,
once.
Vincent.
I was scammed once.
I've
No, it
walked
was
away
good.
from this conversation and am
Vincent,
shaking Mort's hand in agreement.
You know that Azul
on
has been,
behalf.
Azul has been scammed many a time in the Yawning
Yeah.
Portal out of
Yeah.
some of her earnings
Everyone
for
is just
her
so
music.
mean here.
It's not me, it's called opportunity. They're taking it.
Well,
Yeah,
with
well,
that,
I
yes,
mean-
you guys, yeah. Do you return to Mert and take the offer? I suppose. Is
Oh,
the
I
question.
did that whilst those two were having that.
Nice. I like that. Yeah. You see,
I went
yeah.
and
The
accepted
camera
it.
pans round as he's having the chat,
Shaking hands, yeah.
and he's literally there. Magnus is literally doing the handshake and sealing the deal on that one. And I'll be keeping an eye out for you when you're finished. But well done, Magnus, for bringing them to me. I think this will be a glorious return for you. I'm looking forward to seeing what you get up to in there, and yeah, good luck, and I hope you come out with some amazing things as long as you do with my unicorn. As he sort of gives you a sort of a jovial thing, yeah, he will start wandering off into the crowds, mixing as he does, drinking lavishly, leaving you guys with the rough knowledge of where this blue alley is on the seaward. I'll show you the map of Waterdeep, which we've not seen in a while. But
Did he give
this
us
will
a
help.
time frame?
He has suggested as soon as you are willing, whether that is the next morning, guys can decide. Anything like that is definitely plausible. We'll be skipping to the time skip of you arriving, but all I'm after it will be, yeah, do you do something in between? By all means, that will be something to do. So you guys are actually here at the Yawning Portal in the center, and Blue Alley is a strange place just off of part of the seaward, a bit further down in the south of Waterdeep, but it's not a hidden thing, and it's quite easy to find. You just have to look out for the cobbled street with the blue stones, which is rather unusual a thing, but it's easy enough to find in that respect. But is there anything you guys need or do before making your way there? Maybe the next morning, but we'll have a time skip if need be. But is there anything you need to do prior to making your way there?
Maybe this could be how we like roleplay getting the items that you made us roll for.
Oh, okay, yes.
Vincent is going to call in some favors and is going to obtain a potion of healing. Not that he doesn't trust Azul, but, better to be in his extremely capable hands.
Fair enough.
Azul doesn't trust Azul, and she also gets a potion of healing as well, just in case.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Magnus does trust Azul, so
So he's happy enough on that one. But what was the item that Magnus actually had in the?
I got the.
Can't recall what it was.
Horn of Silent Alarm.
Oh, okay. So he's got something to warn
Very
yourselves
weird.
of.
I've read it. It's quite.
No, yeah,
I haven't. Is it like you blow it and only like one other person can hear it, or something like that?
Within 600 feet.
Oh my god!
I just sit somewhere and just go, and just some guy,
some random guy out in the field goes. What?
Since Mert was like not super forthcoming about details about Blue Alley, can I talk to Azul and say, listen, he didn't give us a lot of information about being there. Do you think you can ask around? I mean, you're just so much more charismatic than me and the old man. Maybe you can find out something that we can't, and we can learn and be a little more informed going inside this place.
Absolutely. She'll go around the bar and offer to buy drinks. She doesn't have any money.
While she's doing that, can I use my mage hand to pickpocket the people that look the most influential and wealthy that she's talking to while she's getting this information?
Oh, okay, yeah, grabbing a little bit. Absolutely, you can definitely do a bit of that. So Azul, I think you need to make a perception or an investigation check. Either way you want to play it for.
This is going really well because Azul is going to offer to buy drinks and she has no money, and we're also stealing money from them. So this is
fair enough. Well, let's say you have a few gold upon you just to make it worthwhile. You should have 10 anyway, so as a start point. Investigation. Yeah, you do see a few people of interest around. There seems to be hanging around not too far from the bar. There is some sort of a veteran that looks like they're someone that's come from out of town. There is a dwarven tattooist that seems to be at the bar. He seems to be looking around as well. There is some sort of a halfling that seems like they may have some sort of a legal background or something. They've got a big satchel with odd documents and things like that going on. And then there looks like there is some sort of a female, and she seems to be like either she was a grocer or something along those lines. So someone with a bit more menial, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're the four ones that sort of stick out in your eye. Obviously, there's a lot of people in the Yawning Portal, but these four sort of stand out to you. Any of those particularly you end up?
Would Vincent tell Azul about his plan to? Because she would be fine with it. She doesn't care if he wants to tell her. Because if not, she's going straight to the tattoo.
Yeah, no, because I think Vincent is doing what other people do, which is maybe a little bit take advantage of Azul.
Yeah, fair enough. You probably, this is probably something this has happened before, and it's in the Yawning Portal.
It's amazing that the Fae is so susceptible to trickery.
Until they're not, yes, and then it becomes very creepy.
Well, in that case, she would go to the tattoo artist.
Okay, so you get talking with this guy, Orlick Thunderskin, and he does seem to be drinking away the pain of a recent divorce. So he he has been very down on his luck. You realize he is a little bit naive of Waterdeep, and maybe that's on some level that you do connect a little bit, if that makes sense. But you do start talking, and he does say that when you do speak about Blue Alley, he goes, I did hear one story about that place. Apparently it hides a great treasure, I believe, behind a small golden door. Now, there's supposed to be some kind of magical key in there that opens the golden door, but there is supposed to be great treasure behind it. I know that story. I don't know if anyone's ever been able to pull that off, but it certainly sounds interesting. Strange place.
Azul will take note of that and maybe change her spells overnight.
Fair enough. And Vincent, when that's all going on, can you try and pickpocket the guy with a sleight of hand, if that's okay?
Yes, I can. And because I am an arcane trickster, my mage hand is invisible.
Oh,
and I can
very
do
good.
this from 30 feet away. So I haven't talked to this dude. I haven't gone anywhere near this dude.
But you are very practiced, yeah.
Yeah, very, very practiced. So here goes.
There's got to be advantage on that, I think, for this one.
Okay, sure, James. I'll never go against the DM. So here.
Well, you've
here we
got
go.
you're distracted and it's invisible. Come on.
We'll take that 22, please.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, Vincent, easy enough. He is lighter. One small money pouch as you're going through his stuff on that one. Clearly, that's money that he's just been drinking away anyway. So he's not going to know.
Azul, after he's done explaining, she'll go, so, like, how drunk are you right now?
I'm doing relatively well, but you can see. I mean, he is a dwarf, so he's holding it pretty well on that one. Vincent, you get 18 gold pieces from him. He clearly got a lot of what's going on that one.
Would you be able to do a tattoo now, in your state?
I've done my best work when I've been drunk before. You can make an insight check on that one.
No, Azul believes him.
Fair enough.
That I would love to have a tattoo.
Well, it can be painful, but what are you thinking?
Dealer's choice. She's so happy right now.
Oh, dealer's choice, and fair enough. So yes, he will spend the time with you and while away a little bit of that time. You can see, and when he actually does do the work, it's painful. It's the old style, so it's it's pretty intensive. But he does do a.
Yeah.
Where would she want the tattoo in theory, if that makes sense?
On her hand.
Oh, on a hand one. Okay, fair enough on that one.
A lot of bones there for a stick and poke too. That sucks.
Yeah, a little bit, but he does spend the time, and he does make a lovely kind of taking the sort of hints of you and the Fae and all the rest of it. He does do a sort of a lovely sort of vine tattoo going across the hand, if that makes sense, and actually quite lovely work. And you do get a sense when he's working, he is far better off than where he was when you first started talking. But focus seems to do him well.
Oh, she would 100% try to avoid every conversation to do with that relationship. She does not want to get into it.
No,
she's not good with feelings.
And he seems to. I think he takes kind to that, and it does. Yes, it does work out very, very well. Anything else? Is there anything Magnus would be up to in that evening, or anything like that, or what
Magnus
would be
will be
needed?
doing the typical thing that any like man going through a crisis does, which is talk about a passion that they have to someone who is engaged in that passion and something that they have slight knowledge about. So he owned a tavern for a little bit, so he is bothering the hell out of the person behind the counter, telling them what ideas that they should be implementing to make their tavern better. And he's not doing it meanly. He genuinely thinks he's being a nice guy, but he's infuriating about the whole thing.
And Durnan is he's a fairly stern character, but he is always making his way around the bar. He does take knowledge off of Magnus and things like that as he does sort of chat away during the evening, and he just says, You know, some of what you said does make some sense, but well, I've got that. And he sort of points to the giant hole in the floor of the yawning portal. That will bring people in for as long as I live. The way down into the Underdark is an amazing thing to have in your tavern. It's quite a piece. And probably even as that's going on, Magnus, you do see another group of adventurers, a little haughty group getting together, and they're literally getting ready to be wheeled down. You can already hear people taking bets on whether or not any of those will be returning from the Underdark. This is a normal. This is a normal thing, if that makes sense.
Can I roll an
in this way.
insight check on this group going in to place a bet with the money that I just stole? Like, do
You
they
certainly
look
can.
capable enough to actually come back? Like, what's the tier bet? Like, come back, successfully come back intact? Like, what?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's different levels, but yeah, if you make an insight check, I'll give you a feeling of. You've probably seen over the time in the Yawning Portal different groups going down and things like that. There is always bets on them. It doesn't. You are giving up your gold for a few days, but it can be 10-1 on some of them, so it can be pretty good.
Can I argue, James?
Mm-hmm.
James,
I'm listening.
can I argue
You can definitely try.
that I have the gambler background, and the feature from the gambler background is something that I can't find on the sheet, but it's about like making bets or something, or figuring out the odds of things.
Okay.
If something is a good idea, it's not on the sheet. I have no idea where it's at.
That's okay. I'll trust you on a one shot where we're at on that one. But yeah, you can make an insight and just see how you rate them on that, and then I'll give you I'll give you an extra thing. Let's go for advantage on it, just to make it an easy workout. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, actually, I just pulled it up. So the thing that I have as the gambler is why isn't it clicking?
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry.
Is that in Foundry or is that in?
So I'm actually on D&D Beyond. Okay, so feature. Tell me the odds. Odds and probability are your bread and butter during your downtime activities that involve games of chance or figuring odds on a best plan. You can get a solid sense of which choice is likely the best one and which opportunities seem too good to be true, as determined by the DM.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, you can make the insight roll, and I will bear some of that in mind.
Not great.
Well, not the greatest, but you have your background on that one. The favorable odds seem to be on them returning within 3 days, and there being at least one of them dead. You think with the 3-1 on that is probably the most likely that's going to happen. Is your gut feeling anyway? So you could be tripling your money if you go for it on the one, but obviously 3 days of time of before you would get your gold back. That's the only downside.
I mean, I didn't have this gold 10 minutes ago to begin with, so
Yeah,
that's
fair.
fine by me. So I'm gonna drop 10 gold on that 3-1 bet.
And you feel like the odds are going to be in your favor. 3 days. Whew, come back for a little bit of extra. Not too shabby.
Yeah. All right, so I'll take that off my sheet.
No worries. Okay, so it sounds like merriment is had, and time will pass, and an evening, probably in the Yawning Portal or at whatever dwelling you guys are staying in within Waterdeep, will occur, if that makes sense, for the evening, and you reconvene, I guess, the next morning, and will make your way to where the Blue Alley is in the Sea Ward. Let me bring you over to the mess.
So we won't have had to pay for accommodation for the night. I would like to suggest that I use my folk hero trait, and I have an old friend here from back in the day, and we've just crashed at their place, kind of thing.
Waterdeep's a big enough place, and you certainly know a few people from the from the past that would kind of make some sense for. So
Yeah.
it's definitely plausible. Yeah, I've got no problem with any of that going on, and you can definitely pull some of that off. And yeah, so you guys reconvene on the outskirts of Blue Alley the next morning. It's relatively early in the day. You wanted to get on with a fresh start. Wanted to have a full day ahead of you. The alley is literally up ahead, and it is literally signposted. The door and a couple of guards seem to be outside of the space. The path in front is littered with sort of bluish sort of stone. It stands out fairly obviously as this is going on, and the actual gate in front of it is actually open at this point, and you guys can actually see not too far inside. There is a pedestal sitting on the inside with some sort of a book on the top, and there is a shimmering gold sort of wall of force behind where all that is within this alley. But yeah, you guys can approach as you see fit. The two guards are sort of looking on, and they're like, "Morning, you going in?"
Where are we? Sorry.
That's all right.
I keep disconnecting and reconnecting from the.
Okay. That might be the server's not so great tonight on that one.
Do I
but
know
yeah.
these guys?
Yeah. You can give me a D20 and just let's see. If we say if it's above a 15, I will say you know one of them. Sure.
Yeah.
You know Gus if you do.
Everyone knows Gus
Oof.
apart from me.
Yeah, everybody knows Gus, but you guys. But
I think it should be that Magnus thinks he knows Gus, and this is not Gus.
Oh, yeah, that constant fear that you're meeting people again, but it's actually technically the first time you've met them, and you're like, oh, I have to remember who you are.
in the awkward moment on that one. But yeah, they're looking at you all like, morning. Are you another group heading in?
Another group?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every few days, someone's brave enough to give it another shot. There's always money in there to be made, but yeah, you wouldn't catch me in there if you ask me. Seems like a crazy person idea, but you adventurers, you find this sort of stuff up your alley.
When was the last time that a group went in? Did they come back out?
Gus, when was the last time? Oh well, that was my last time on duty was about 4 days ago. So I saw that group go in. Can't for the life of me say whether they came out. But who knows, you know? Yeah, it's always interesting. I've seen some come out. Don't get me wrong, but it's not all of them.
And
Maybe
when
you
they
should have
came
a
out, were
sign-out sheet.
they like traumatized? Were they scared?
Well, some of them did. I mean, some of them were coming out with a sack full of gold. To be honest, I was quite jealous, but you wouldn't catch me going in there for it. But anyway, yeah, it's a mixed bag in there. Always has been. But it's one of those strange places. The thing that gets me about it is though, how comes it's always got more gold in it? For every time we hear stories of people that make it out, they've always got treasure. So, I don't know, it's weird. But, you know, there's more magic in Waterdeep than we know, you know?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say, magic.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I mean, look, take for this for instance, and he points at the podium on the side over there. He says, "So people arrive. If you don't put your name in the guest book, you can't get through the magical wall. As a start point, I mean, yeah, there's magic everywhere. That's definitely true, even on the bloody entrance. Word of warning: don't steal the pen." And don't disturb the book. I would suggest that. Just write your names. It doesn't end well for those that try doing anything odd.
Well, I mean, is it a nice pen?
Well, it's It's a nice looking pen. Gold, definitely looks interesting. No one's ever replaced it, and it's never run out of ink, so it's got to be pretty cool. But
Nobody's ever identified what this book is.
I don't know. I mean, is that something you guys can do?
I mean, I can, but I'm scared now because you said don't fiddle around with the book.
Yeah, don't mess with the book. Don't mess with the pen. But yeah, other than that, you know, the rest I can't talk to. But yeah, we've seen people come to Cropper with that, haven't we? Yeah. As they're talking between each other. Just a word of warning. But other than that, well, good luck. Do you guys make your way into to where the podium is?
Oh, absolutely, confidently.
No problem. So you can see that's gleaming stand in there, just a few feet into the blue alley there. And on the podium does lie a quill by a very heavy book in blue bound leather. Even looking at the first few pages, there are hundreds of names, each written in a different hand, and about a quarter of the names have a neat line drawn through them as you're looking at it. But yeah, you can definitely peruse as you see fit. What do you guys do?
I think Vincent is gonna walk up to the book and on his tiptoes look at it and use his mage hand to flip the pages and just say, "And Magnus, do you know any of these people?"
Oh, let's have a look. Be like an old yearbook, perhaps. I will flick through.
Okay, no problem. There are a few names that do stand out as sort of famous people that have been in Waterdeep. Ander Stormwind, Kara Mask, Tordek Frostbeard. Yeah, there's some famous adventurers in that list. There's definitely a bit of that. In fact, there are a couple of names that Magnus, when you do look at them, you remember adventuring with some of those people in your youth. One of them is their name seems to be okay, and the other one there is a swift line drawn through the name.
Well, a list of good warriors, a fair few famous faces on here, and that's a shame. There's a line through an old mate of mine. Excellent warrior, absolutely excellent warrior. But my mate from about 20 years ago seems to be doing all right. No line through his name, so I see we got a chance.
Okay. So Vincent, what are you up to? You're looking at the Wall of Force at this point?
I did ask Magnus a question. I was legitimately listening to him, but as he kind of like meandered on as he's wont to do, Vincent probably is checking out this shining wall. He knows a bit about magic, enough to use it. I would not call him proficient, but he's not a dummy, so he's checking out.
Yeah, no, fair enough. A strong wall of energy is ahead of you. You touch the surface, you can feel the tingle of electric off of it, but it's not painful to do so, if that makes sense. But it's a heady barrier. I think Vincent, as you're sort of looking at, you can see that it sort of extends up and over the space up ahead for a little bit, so it takes the roof off, if that makes sense, for a little bit, and then it sort of dissipates off, and you can't see too well beyond it, if that makes sense. But there is definitely some murals or something on the wall further within that it's hard to make out through the shimmering light of the wall, if that makes sense. It's there is some vision, but not a great amount at the moment.
Okay.
Does anyone write their name or?
Absolutely.
No problem.
Quest. Got to do everything. So.
No problem. Yeah, as you pick up the quill, it sort of makes a little sound like boing. A bright sound, and then as you scroll your name, the letters go down in nice gold kind of ink for a moment that blackens off afterwards, and then your name is written in the book. As that goes on, do you then try and go through the wall, or do you wait for your friends to do the same?
I'm going to make sure that Vincent doesn't take the pen. So I need to watch him write it so that the pen is not removed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, yeah, no, I see. Next, Zol, do you write your name in the book as well, or?
Yeah. Yeah. Did anything happen when Magnus wrote his name?
No, there was a lovely sound that it made as he picked it up. There was a little bit of gold as he was signing his name. So there was clearly some magic going on.
Okay. I will write my name and look very closely at what happens while I write it.
Fair enough, no problem. You make a perception check as you're actually doing what you're doing.
Oh, 17, then rolled the 7.
Okay. The only things that you do notice in the moments is clearly as you're writing your name, the letters come out in a gold light for a moment before it fades to black. You do notice the color of the wall is the same as the color that is coming out of the pen, sort of in that sort of same vibrant light for a few moments. But then it dissipates off relatively quickly. It probably makes sense that they're linked in some way. Leaving Vincent left. Yeah.
I was going to cast Identify, but I'm too scared to do anything to the book.
They did give you a warning. that is true. Vincent, sorry, yes. What are you up to in this situation?
Vincent will again walk up to the books, get on his tiptoes a little bit, flip through the pages just to look. Oh, this guy brought in a metal dog, I guess, and these Drow brothers seemed like they did pretty okay in here. Throwback, nobody understands because we didn't air
we
those
didn't
episodes.
stream it that then, but yes.
But
Secret law.
inside jokes just for us. But yeah, so Vincent will, instead of using his mage hand to sign, he'll use his actual hand because he wants to get a feel of this pen, and it is a very nice pen, but he does know there's other stuff in there. So he is not going to steal the pen.
Okay.
But he writes his name. Also, he touched that wall, and that thing means business. He doesn't want to mess with that.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, no worries. So yeah, you guys write in the book. Put the pen back on the podium without any issues. Then what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna walk up to the wall and see if it actually. Never mind. I guess Magnus is just walking through it.
Oh.
Which is fine. I'm sure we've run into traps where this exact scenario has happened before, where I'm checking something out and Magnus is just going.
Yeah.
So Magnus, you walk through.
Yeah.
He disappears, Vincent, from your view into.
Oh my goodness!
Wherever he is on the other side, you can see a pale shape on the other side. Magnus, from your point of view, all good. A bit of a tingle as you went through, but no problem.
Pass through. It's all good.
Vincent holds his breath for no reason as he walks through.
Fair enough.
Azul sees this and also does it because she's now scared.
No problem. You come through into the inside of the alleyway. There is the gold of the air of the ceiling above for the moment, and then it turns into a proper concealed and covered alleyway a few feet ahead of you as you're going. It seems like the alley splits into two branches up ahead, and it seems like there is a very brightly colored mural basically on the wall of the intersection. It seems to depict numerous adventurers falling victim to every conceivable form of trap. Scything blades, spike pits, collapsing roofs, jets of fire. All of these seem to be painted on this at the top of the mural. It seems to be featured in this as well. On the top of the mural, it says the words "silver" is painted above the arrow pointing east, and there is the word "gold," and it is painted in the arrow pointing west.
Well, we want gold, don't we? That was the aim. So we go towards the gold, surely.
What was the? He wanted the unicorn. Was it a golden unicorn? Was it the silver unicorn? Did it have a name?
He called it the Celestite unicorn.
The Celestite. Can I? Is there any role I could do to like maybe suss out the what that means?
You can make a history check, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not
what-
proficient in history, but
Can
I'll
we
try it.
do like a group one so Magnus and we all give advantage
yes.
to someone?
No, I think we can do a group skill check and see how it does because we haven't tried this before. So
Ooh,
let's
okay.
try an epic roll and see how that plays out with all of you. So this is going to be a history check of some description. 1 second, let me see what we can do. We can pick up a history. It's going to be a DC of that, and we're going to use the average of your rolls, and we're going to start the epic roll.
Whoa!
We'll see how this plays out.
What is this? This is cool. Oh man, this is freaky.
So yeah, then
I
you can
like
you
this.
can.
Oh, I have to do it first. No, I have a +1. Oh my god.
Okay, one of you has done well. 15.
Okay. So I just click on the middle thing, not the.
Yeah,
this or the
yeah,
other?
that
Yeah.
should roll your die. Yeah. And,
Oh.
doing well.
It's okay.
Oh, Conrad is
Time
old
for
actually.
Vincent to shit the bed, everyone. Let's see what this looks like.
Well, you got to do pretty
Oh,
badly. Hey, there we go.
That is
Success.
cool.
That
I
is
like
so
that.
good.
I like that a
love
lot.
that.
Yeah, well, when I saw that, I was like, we'll have to add that into the game. I can't put it up on the
DC
screen, but
15? We all
yeah,
that.
no, definitely. Yes, it is a type of stone that you're dealing with, and it is definitely flecked with silver, kind of in the look of it, kind of like a granite in our world, if that makes sense. But yes, you as a group, you do think through your memories of it, and you're pretty sure that whatever this unicorn he's looking for would be a stone type statue that he's going on, sort of flecked with possibly with silver, if that makes sense.
So
But,
where's
well done.
Well, yes,
the
then
west.
maybe we need to follow the silver.
That's-
Maybe everyone goes to the gold. That's why they don't come back out.
I mean, perhaps, unless, they're coming after something to go after werewolves or something like that, but,
or to get to either one of the rooms, we have to deal with these, and we'll indicate the mural in front. And
As
I'm
you-
not
as
sure
you're
everyone's
saying-
going to get past.
Yeah, as you're saying that, Magnus, because you're sort of suggesting you're taking a better look at the mural. Can you give me a perception check if you don't mind? See
See.
how it does.
Roll request.
ooh, that's fun.
That's cool. That saves me. What is with me? Why?
You are doing very, very well on that one. But yes, so overall, oddly, looking at the depiction of the actual mural, you do find yourself, Azul, and Vincent painted on the actual thing, and it is definitely each of you being mutilated horribly by various different grisly traps. So one of you in a flame pit, one of you being taken out by spikes, one being fried by some sort of electricity. Quite disturbing. But you did so well that you also notice something even more. A small sentence hidden within the mural. It says, 50 feet south of the barred window is a secret door hidden within the mural. So well done.
South.
Of the
Of
bar.
the barred window is a secret door. And so that writing is written in gold.
Right. So this is our first puzzle, I think, guys, looking at this. So, first of all, I don't know if any of you have noticed, but we are all depicted in this very well done but very gruesome mural. I do have to admit they have not depicted you favourably, Vincent. They haven't quite got the charm that you exude in real life.
I mean, I'm taller than that, aren't I? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
and it's hard to exude charm when half your head's sort of missing in the shot.
I'm succeeding in that. Magnus's one is succeeding in charm despite like punji pit spikes through his chest. He's doing a good job.
It looks like he's dying with honor in the
like a wig
spikes,
towards the artist.
I like it.
also, I don't have that much of a pooch. I know that I'm not as flat as in the stomach as some, but that's
It's because you're bent. You're like it's like a shape like a prawn. That version of you. So of course.
Well, I mean, but this one cuts me in half. You can see the inside, and they still shape me like a bell.
This person doesn't know what they're talking about. We'll move on from this. We'll move on. Well,
the artist is being criticized.
I mean,
criticized in the moment. Yeah,
I look good even when I'm dying, so it's fine.
Oh, true. They've done your hair, Justin.
Yes, even though I'm burning and melting away, it's fine.
Yes.
Serving face even in your dying moment. So there is also an added message here, and he'll like point at it and say, well, it says that 50 foot south of the barred window there's a. So I'll note that down, but that is written in gold. I know we decided on silver. But
Can we see a barred window?
You can't see a barred window right now. No. But yeah. But Magnus is clearly pointing it out. It's well hidden in there, but yeah, the text is there. Yeah, you would have definitely overlooked it without taking a few moments extra that he is suggesting.
Maybe we go gold then. I'm already confused.
Maybe perhaps if we find the barred window on our way in the silver path, maybe there's treasure there, and it just represents the fact that there's treasure.
Possibly. Whatever you guys' judgment on that is, I'm happy to go with.
I think Vincent is going to study some of these murals to see if they depict any specific rooms, so that if we get to a room that maybe looks like the background of the mural, we'll know what trap is in that room.
Okay, yeah, you can make a perception check as well whilst you're having a look and see what it is.
Can I argue for investigation instead?
Yes, you can. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yay!
17. I mean, there's definitely the rooms depicted. It's a little harder to tell, but you're definitely seeing that there are clearly rooms where spikes are coming out of the walls, blades are coming out of the floors. You're also seeing things like electric pylons sort of lighting up a space like a corridor or something. So yeah, there's definitely 3 or 4 rooms that sort of stand out as gruesome traps, if that makes sense. With a 17, you might be able to figure out which ones from a cursory glance when the time came. It would be see how it went.
Okay, so Vincent gets like really close to like each mural that he can actually reach, which are all the lower ones, and studies them intently and nods and says, "All right, well, that unicorn's not going to get itself. We should get going, huh?"
Okay, so which way are you guys heading? Obviously, silver is painted for the arrow to the east, and gold is painted for the arrow pointing to the west.
I think we sussed out silver, yeah?
Yeah, until it was written in gold. Everything seemed to be gold.
Yeah, there's been a few gold motifs, that's certainly true, and it's something that Magnus spotted, but no, that doesn't necessarily mean that, that you have to go that route. It's up to you guys.
I'm happy with silver, I think. I think we did a good reasoning why it should be silver.
No problem.
Is there like no light here, James?
Yeah.
So you're at the point where it's very, very dark when you're moving away from the door as you're
Vincent's
going on.
reach inside his backpack and get out his hooded lantern then.
Yeah, I'm blind because I'm a.
So and I think I'll use it as a regular lantern. I won't put the hood down because I don't need directional light right now, so I'm just gonna use my lantern.
Okay, no problem. I'll give you some light for a moment. Let's sort that out. 1 second.
Nice.
One of you have got some light. Magnus, you're gonna have some light out as well. Does that make sense?
Do I have?
Well, you don't have to, but do you have any torch? I'm assuming you might have a torch, but
It was not in my equipment bag.
If you what do you call it? Click on your backpack, it might be in there. Because my hooded lantern wasn't there.
you do have torches in your backpack.
I just have a torch. Yeah, I have 10 torches, so I'll light one
I
of
can
those.
light it for you with prestidigitation.
Nice.
you.
Okay, so I will give you some light as well. 1 second. So the two of you are lit up. No problem. Yeah, brightening up everything, the space around you. I'm guessing it's probably one of the first things you did, so the mural was nicely lit, if that makes sense. So, yes. So obviously, silver this way, gold this way, but it sounds like you're heading towards the silver.
I vote for silver.
Yeah, let's silver it up. We'll say that until I say otherwise, my mage hand is carrying the
torch.
the lantern.
The lantern. Yep.
And I'll keep my hands free.
Okay, so off to the east is silver. You're heading to the west, Vincent. Sorry.
Whoops.
That's okay.
Never eat shredded wheat.
It's okay, not a problem. Coming round the corner, there seems to be basically another sort of relief on the or sculpture on the wall, and it seems to be that of like a human skeleton with outstretched arms and the mouth open and screaming. There are 2 doors that you can see on the east side of the wall, and obviously this sort of skeletal mural thing on the other side of the room on the other side.
Can I investigate this hallway to make sure that it's not trapped?
You can check it for traps. That is not a problem.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Nothing's jumping out at you. It seems pretty harmless as you're looking.
So then I will walk right up to the skeletal mural then.
No problem.
Check it out.
Yeah, you can see the creepy sort of look of the thing with the outstretched arms and the mouth open and screaming. Yeah, seems definitely creepy. Another mural for this place. There seems to be a theme going on with the artist on some of that. However, no quick looks and seeing anything odd of yourselves in it this time. It seems to be more its own thing.
Okay. Offhandedly, Vincent is just gonna say, Azul, I haven't checked that door for traps, so I wouldn't try to open it yet. But he's not really paying attention to her, so if she's doing it, then he's not gonna stop her.
Joe, you there? Yeah. What are you thinking?
I'll listen in. Azul isn't that stupid.
Okay.
She's wise. She's not very intelligent, but she's wise. She knows.
That's okay. You can make a perception check of the door and see how you're going.
Yes. I can never find these. Never. Perception. Wow, we are rolling quite well.
You are definitely rolling quite well. Eerily quiet at the door. Nothing is on the other side that you're aware of, and you think your hearing is pretty damn good. All's quiet.
What about visually? Does the door look like a normal door?
It does, yeah. I mean, it certainly looks like a sort of a slightly older door, if that would make sense. Pretty sturdy in construction. No signs of a lock on it or anything like that. But yeah, it's a sturdy older style door than what you would normally get in Waterdeep.
Cool.
And what does she do?
I open it.
Okay, no problem. Opening the door. On the other side, you can see there is a corridor ahead of you. And it looks like there is a 20-foot drop pit with spikes coming out of it, if that makes sense. Like someone has triggered this trap in the past. and the floor has given way, and all of this, all of these blades of are now visible through the broken floor that is literally at the bottom of it on that one. It's one of those things where you'd have to probably climb down and then climb back up on the other side, and sort of make your way through the sort of the blades. But not impossible, but not the most inviting.
This way seems a bit hard. Let's try the other one.
Vincent looks up to see you have opened the door, and he's like, "What did I just say?"
She checked it.
I listened.
Yeah, she checked it.
I listened to you,
checking.
and I listened to the door. The door said nothing, so I assumed it was not a trap. As I said, that in the Fae, there's mischief all the time. The doors are people, doors are monsters. It happens a lot, and it didn't say anything, so I assumed, it's fine. It's just wood.
I was about to say that here in the material plane, we're a little more practical than that, but also this is a self-perpetuating dungeon, apparently, that restocks its own jewels and treasure, so I guess I can't say that the doors won't say anything. Just be careful, okay?
Did the bone say anything?
James, did the bones say anything?
No, they haven't. They haven't said anything. Are you doing anything with the bones?
I'll say that I transfer the hooded lantern to a regular hand, and I'll use my mage hand to kind of just, wiggle them a little bit, see if any of them do anything.
Okay, no, fair enough on that one. Yeah, you can definitely do a bit of that and see how you're getting on. You can make me a perception check, please. Fair enough. So with a 15, you rake your mage hand across this thing, prodding it for a little bit. It's when your mage hand presses against the skull of this thing, you hear a click, and then as a secret door will start to open off to one side of the space.
Vincent blows on his knuckles and rubs them against his shoulder. And that's why you brought me.
But you didn't do anything.
I did. It was invisible, but I did that. Watch, I'm gonna pick up this rock. I use Mage Hand to pick up this rock. See, that's me, even though you can't see it. I did that.
If that makes you feel better, then we'll take that. Yeah, that's fine.
It's not feeling better, it's the truth.
You can keep saying that to yourself so you feel during this adventure. And if you say it enough times, it'll eventually be true. That's storytelling.
That's also not how that works. I just go to... I clam up. I start pouting.
Fair enough.
I fully think that Azul knows what's going on because she's very magical, but she's like, I like messing with people.
Fair enough. But yes,
should we
one
check
secret
the other door
one
first?
door. Yeah. What are you thinking?
Do you want to check the traps here first?
Sure. So I kind of look over in this area without stepping inside of it. I don't know how much I can see.
Yeah, you can see on the inside there is another older, dustier space that seems to be through there on that one. You can make an investigation check if you're looking for traps or something, or you can do something along those lines. What are you thinking?
I'm just looking for traps, but what I will say while I'm doing that is, Magnus, after I think this is safe, which I will find out in a moment since I rolled that dirty 20, maybe you can see if there have been any tracks here recently. We're one of the first people to find this in a while.
Absolutely. See if those guys from 4 days ago came this way. I will.
So
first off, is it looking safe, James?
Yes, it definitely with a dirty 20, as you see, you are pretty sure that the secret was the door itself. There are no traps in the floor or the pressure plates or anything like that that are impeding you. And there is a corridor and some stairs up ahead within that space. That is definitely true. Azul, are you doing anything with that door as you're next to it at this point, or?
Sure, I'll have another perception check.
Okay, no problem. A 10. Yeah, not too much. Other than you hear a zzz, 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 zzz on the other side of the door.
See, this door is saying something to me. It sounds like a bug. It sounds like a wasp of some sort.
Zzz, zzz.
We do not open doors that say stuff to you. See, this is my motto. If door talks, do not open.
Not listening to you. I'm over in the secret corridor that I discovered.
Fair enough.
Doing cool
I'll do
stuff
that
over here.
Survival check that Vince asked for.
Yes. So with a 13, it looks a little bit less disturbed. What does surprise you when you do start having a look on the inside, though, Magnus, is that although there is an area around the secret door itself, the space beyond is immaculate, like absolutely immaculate. No dust, no dirt, perfectly clean.
Well, hygiene's prioritised here, clearly.
I do not believe that nobody would touch that skull's head. This seems weird. Did they mention anything about, like, I know it replenishes gold, but does it change every day?
You've not heard that, but it's a magical place. Who knows?
It just seems really unlikely that nobody even accidentally touches the skull's head and opens this.
I mean, magic's weird. It's just a little bit that I know about it. It can do all sorts of things, so...
But yeah, up ahead, Vincent, you can see there are a set of stairs leading up and possibly another door up ahead.
I'm gonna get to here. I'm gonna check these steps for fuckery.
Okay, no problem. You can make an investigation check and see what you can see.
I will re-roll that because I'm a halfling.
How did you get 21?
21. Very, very nice.
All right, I re-rolled it straight away. Cool.
Straight away, which is good.
I'm lucky.
This is all good. There is nothing wrong with the steps. Yeah, it seems all good to you. Obviously, immaculately clean, well looked after. But yeah. Not other than that, not much of a report.
Okay. Do you want another investigation check for the door itself too, or
no? I'll take the one for both. That's no problem. Yeah. So far, no traps in any of this as you're looking around. And Magnus, do you catch up on this one as they're going? I'll bring you along.
Right, so...
Is the door saying anything, Vincent?
What does it say?
I ignore that, but I will see if the door is locked.
No problem. I'll say with your investigation check, you're pretty sure it is not locked.
Okay. Then I'll just look at Azul with a incredulous look and say, "No," and then open the door.
And it is safe. See?
Yay!
On the other side of the door, there is a room, quite luxurious room. However, it does look like it's fallen a little bit into disrepair. Even so, the overstuffed couches appear to be very comfortable, and the carpet has obviously been cared for. It seems, like it has been around for a long time, because there is definitely the wearing of the thread through the space to the door to one side and to the other door directly ahead of you two. It seems like it's quite a nice space, if a little bit worn and a little bit disheveled at this point.
We need to poke this rug because I've seen too many mimics in my time to trust them.
Fair enough. Are you going to prod it with the,
I
with the
take
end
out
of
my
your bow or
I
something?
take out my rapier and I start poking the rug like Magnus said. Feeling
Okay.
stupid, but I still do it.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, I mean it seems okay as you do. Nothing odd happens in the moment.
Can I look under the rug?
Yeah, no problem. More of that stone seems to be there as you do. Yeah, all seems good as you're looking.
Ooh, Azul is now realizing that detect magic probably was a good thing that she could have stocked, but she didn't.
Yeah, well, there you go. Options are had. As you guys are sort of moving all around, and Vincent, you're making your way towards that door. You hear a sort of a whispered voice suddenly saying, "Entertain me," coming from behind that door.
Absolutely not.
And I think we'll wait there for 2 minutes. We'll go and quickly grab a drink and return from that. But yeah, if we take a quick break and come back, I could do with another quick drink. We're back. So yeah, so obviously, Vincent, you've heard this this voice from the other side of that door saying, "Entertain me."
And that was Vincent's reaction, was like, absolutely not. And then goes to step away from the door.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
I don't know if anything happens or if anyone else heard it.
Vincent,
Did we all hear it?
Yeah, I think you all do hear it. It's a quiet whisper through, sort of a quiet voice through the door, but you do all hear it in the moment.
Well, there's your bloody talking door, Zul. Have fun.
Excuse me, sir. Is there anything like specific? Do you like a specific song or?
Step all the way back to the wall while this is happening.
Fair enough. Nothing happens in the moment.
Do you want
He
a
wants
dance?
Entertain Me by Robbie Williams.
I don't know
Sing
that
that.
one.
Do you not?
But yeah, no. A few moments passes, all nothing, no response to anything you're saying.
Okay. She will take her flute out
Mhm.
and play the Song of Storms from Zelda Ocarina of Time, just for Conrad.
Yes!
But
Love
she
it.
will she will do it. We're using a feature. She will use enthralling performance.
Ooh.
So basically, it can charm a humanoid, but it sounds better, basically.
So Magnus and I have to roll against this, right? Because we're
I
watching
can
it.
choose. I can choose.
Oh,
I don't have
okay.
to charm you.
Fair enough. So yeah, you do this in the moment, and you do make your performance, and then you do hear a "Come to me. Open the door."
Yes. Okay, Vincent. Do you mind opening this door with your whatever you invisible?
Vincent and I are making the same face if we heard that. Where it's just like,
what the? Huh?
Magnus is putting his torch not on the rug, obviously. He's putting it on the stone floor and just aiming his bow and arrow at
He's
the
like,
door.
Okay.
Okay, fine. You're all a bunch of babies. I'm gonna
I mean, I was
prepare.
gonna open the door. Okay, fine.
Oh,
Right,
if you want to,
no,
that's fine.
No, you are.
You
Fine,
wanna
I
do
will.
it.
Can I prepare an action to do something once the door opens and something
Well,
bad happens?
You try to open the door. I will say that in that moment, and you realize it's stuck. There's no lock on it, but you think it's stuck. You're gonna have to give it a good go.
Well, Magnus, it's up to you. It's stuck. It's got some debris behind it.
Magnus is giving the chest is giving that look, and Magnus is probably giving you a look as well.
I just feel it's best left alone.
Just open the damn door. I just played my heart out.
We really enjoyed it. But statistically, from my adventures, opening a door to a creepy voice has not ended well. Just
There's
for
also
my
another door over there that we haven't even looked at. It's right there. Maybe that door's friendlier. Maybe instead it said, creepiest stuff, it says I have candy. No, that's creepy too.
That's worse. That's
Yeah,
worse.
that's bad. That's not as good. I didn't think that through.
Come on through.
If you
We
want
have a
that door
great
open, I
entrance
do have a
to-
crowbar.
Yes, I do.
All right, I hand you my crowbar.
I have -1 strength. I'm
So do I.
So do I.
You too.
What?
We've
Oh,
all-
fine. I guess I'll do it then. If we're all equally as bad, at least I
Okay.
get
You do
I
get
have
I
half
think advantage using the crowbar though.
So yeah, you're trying to make a strength athletics check to open the door,
Yeah, I have.
and you
half
can have
proficiency
advantage
at
because
least.
of the you can have advantage because of the crowbar.
Yep.
Yeah. The crowbar sort of and sort of does, and then ping, and does nothing gives in the
I
moment.
can't believe I just wasted my performance on somebody who isn't even going to open the door.
Is this gonna be a montage of all of these weak characters trying to open this door?
open this
Because I'm
door,
for it.
sure.
So
I'm all for
I
that.
will try now. I will try.
You're going with the crowbar again, are you?
Yeah, sure.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. You can have advantage on the roll and giving it another go as the second one makes their way to the door.
Hey, what?
What? Oh my god.
That was a waste.
As the door easily gives way to Vincent, as if it is to be done for some reason. On the other side of the door is a solid bronze statue of a wizard of some description. They seem to be in some sort of a strange sphere of force, and it is odd as the eyes seem to be tracking you, Vincent, of the statue. They're like looking directly at you as the door opens.
Vincent walks back and forth in front of the door to watch the eyes following him, and he'll say the very obvious. His eyes are following me. I think he's awake in there.
Magnus will do that behind you as well. Just take the side to side.
Yeah, you-
Oh, we're
Well,
going
to-
opposite
to your-
directions.
Yeah.
to your eyes, Magnus, the eyes of the statue are always following you, and Vincent, to your eyes, they're always following you. It's spot on.
Oh. So, but it's following me now. Is it still following you?
Oh yeah, I mean, why
He's
wouldn't
one
it? Look at
over
me.
here.
I'm beautiful.
Well,
I'm very good looking
Thank
for a
you.
halfling.
Okay.
That's not funny. Why are you laughing at that?
Because my wit is.
Azul, what
Dude,
about you?
that's rude.
What are you doing in these
I
moments?
poke my head around the corner of the door.
Okay. And
Hello?
as you do, you hear the voice again say, "Well, do you have a riddle for me?"
I've got one.
Did we all hear that, or just Azul?
No, in this case, only Azul hears this.
Oh. Can I ignore it?
Yeah. What? 1 second. Group huddle. He's asking for a riddle.
Oh, I've got one.
Okay.
Right. Walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, the evening,
And what in the evening? You cut out.
3 legs in the evening.
Okay.
A dog that had its legs amputated and then was given a cane at the end of it, like a peg leg. So it's
That
a
is
pirate dog.
Wrong. That's not
Pirate
the
dog.
answer.
That's my
Not
answer.
the
The pirate dog.
It's
Gee.
wrong.
She pokes her head round the corner again and says what Magnus said.
Okay.
What has 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening?
Wrong riddle.
What?
How could the riddle be wrong? Wait,
Hey,
wait.
no.
That's wrong riddle. The game you really said there's wrong riddle. Is your wrong answer. If you don't know the answer, that's on you.
Yeah, you gotta just choose a different riddle because you don't like the
Don't
answer.
just say no. Wrong
That's
riddle.
all it says. Wrong riddle.
Can I make a can I make a perception check to see if there's a riddle written down somewhere in this room with him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
You can definitely make a perception check and see what you can see.
Perception. Whoa. Oh my god, 23.
Looking around, nothing stands out like that as you're sort of trying to take all of that in. No, nothing sort of stands out as you're looking around at him. Very strange.
Oh, thanks for your time. She closes the door.
Closes the door on it. No problem. But nothing happens in the moment.
What was on the ground in that room in there? Is that just like set dressing or is there actual stuff?
Yeah, there's several sort of broken vials of liquid across the floor. Yeah, it's sort of strange stuff as that's going on. The only other thing I would have said that there was something scrawled on the wall in common, and it says "utter madness, pure rubbish."
Is that a riddle?
Is that the kind of riddle he wants? A riddle that's just ridiculous.
Definitely doesn't have the ring of a riddle.
Utter madness, true rubbish.
Utter madness, pure rubbish, and it's written scrawled in common on the wall.
I've had an ex-girlfriend describe me exactly.
Maybe that's the riddle. Maybe it's describing you, Magnus.
Maybe.
Burn.
They open the door and say that I can't even remember it, but she Azul will.
You just hear a
Well, you can't ask for a riddle and then say wrong riddle. That's not how it works. If you said
how riddles work.
have you got the specific riddle that I want, then that would make sense.
you don't get anything else from it in the moment.
I mean, I have some pretty good riddles, but I don't want to waste it on him. They're pretty nice riddles, not gonna lie.
I'm sure they are. This statue's a bit of a dick, I'm being honest.
Now, James, is this a statue or is this a dude in a bubble? I thought it was a dude in a bubble.
No, it is a statue, a bronze statue of a wizard in a force bubble. Yes, with eyes that seem to track very well, shall we say? But yeah, with your head scratching, yes. What are you thinking? Anything else?
We'll come back.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, there's not a unicorn statue in there, so we don't really need to stay,
There
right?
definitely isn't a unicorn statue in there. That's definitely true. What
Next
are you
time
up
we'll
to?
bring a
Going to
wizard
the other
with us.
door?
They love to puzzle over that shit.
Are you going to the other door, or are you heading back to other rooms? What's the thought?
Other door.
Oh, check the other door.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you make a perception check at the door.
Is Azul annoyed that her performance didn't work? Will she just open the door?
You go for it. If you want to go for it,
Yes,
you
I
do
will.
it. Okay, your door opens.
She's over it.
There is a corridor on the other side and a set of stairs leading down.
Oh. Do you want to check this for trap, Vincent, as you've been doing, or should we just keep going?
Vincent is checking for a trap. Sorry, Conrad is eating what you would call crisps. So, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't chewing into the microphone.
No
Yes,
problem.
I will check the stairs for traps.
No problem.
Shisha.
And a 16. You're pretty sure that, this room does not appear to be trapped.
Seems all good to me. Let's go.
I'm just saying Vincent should be in front. He is our leader, after all. Not Vincent, the other one. Magnus.
I mean, no, you got that
sorry.
right. It is me. Why wouldn't it be me? I'm amazing.
You're not as seasoned as Magnus.
I'm not as what?
Like a seasoned adventure. You know.
I'm just a spicy individual.
He's old, Vincent. He knows what he's doing.
I want to argue that, but Vincent can't. So
Jess has opinions on that. Magnus does not.
So instead, Vincent will check out this whatever's going on with this corner.
Yeah, I mean, again, this seems to be a bit dirtier a space, if that makes sense. There is a lot more sort of detritus around, some broken pottery, some spider webs and cobwebs in the corner as you're looking around. There does appear to be a bunch of different doors off of this space as you're sort of looking down it a bit further afield, if that makes sense. But so far nothing too odd is standing out in this corridor. It seems fairly standard stuff so far.
No murals on the walls or anything around here?
No, none of that going on at this point. In fact, there's not been any murals since the initial areas that you were in the first time, if that makes sense. So yeah, all a little different on this side, but fairly plain.
Well, do you two want to check for doors that talk or whatever, and then I can check them for traps if they seem safe enough?
Well, if they don't talk, then why would you need to do traps? It clearly isn't a trap.
You do know that there are plenty of traps that do not speak at all. Some that just kill you silently.
But this is
Like
a
real
door.
quiet.
This is a door. It is not a trap.
Azul, there is something you do notice about this door that is different from some of the others that you have seen. It says basically across it, take only what you can truly afford.
Azul goes, is this a riddle?
I think it's just a warning rather than a riddle.
Is this a warning specifically for Vincent? Because I know you kind of have a hard time when it comes to a lot of loot in one place, not to take everything.
That is a dirty lie, and I will not stand for it. And I will check this door for traps and then open it very quickly because I want to know.
Okay, fair enough. You can check it for traps first.
A disadvantage, right? Because he's so excited about how much gold and stuff is in there.
Well, no, yeah, fair enough. But no, it does not appear to be trapped. And Vincent, you don't think it's locked. On the other side of the door is a room utterly filled with treasure and gold. More money than maybe even Mert has to his name as you're looking at it. Gold, silvers, coppers, tons of it.
Oh my god, I didn't see this.
Scattered across the room.
Well, this is different.
It's like walking straight into a treasure room. Yeah, absolutely. As you're looking around. What do you do?
Breathe. You're muted, Conrad. Sorry.
Vincent steps to the center of the room and just does like a turn and like look at like the piles and looks at all the stuff, and then he looks at the gold, and then he like licks his lips, and he goes, "Donald Duck!" and sorry, Scrooge McDuck, and he dives into the gold like
which is another callback to a game we did not air.
Fair enough. So yeah, he's wading through money and wading through the shiny gold, the gems, and everything that glittering around you
which
as
obviously in real life would hurt a lot because it's pure
not
metal.
comfortable. But he's basically wading through the gold, and you find him half burying himself in it as this is going on, like he's a dragon sitting atop his dragon hoard almost as this is going on. But as that's going on, Magnus and Azul, is there anything you guys are doing as this is happening?
I will look for the unicorn.
I will look for a riddle.
Okay, you can make you probably need to make an investigation check in your case then, Magnus, because you're looking for the unicorn specifically. Azul, you can make a perception check because you are. You're looking for a riddle in amongst all of this, yeah.
As she said, she doesn't care about money, so she's very fixated on this.
Okay. Nothing comes to mind as that is all going on. Oh man, yeah. The investigation check, Magnus. Yeah. So as you're sort of looking around, no signs of a unicorn. Nice looking gold and different gems and bits and bobs amongst it, but nothing's sort of standing out as you're sort of looking around on that one.
Right, I think we should leave. Magnus, grab Vincent and make sure he doesn't grab anything. There's a clear warning on the door.
My feet are like kicking out from like the pile. I'm like a kid stuck in a snow pile, head down, and my feet are just kicking.
I grab his feet, lift him up, and shake him so that the money.
Fair enough. Yeah, you shake him off for a moment. No problem. Yeah, so far so good. There is obviously one other door in the space, and obviously the way back into the corridor. So just to suggest there is more than one route from this room.
I didn't see that door. Right. Maybe this leads to where we should have gone, but we found the secret entrance, so it kind of...
Azul, this would be the place to use your magic detection. See what's magic in here.
I didn't stock it. That's why I said I do not have detect magic. I took identify.
That makes you a fool.
I didn't think
we had planned to go into.
I took a very specific spell after the man told me something last night about a door that is locked.
Aren't you a bard? I thought bards have locked-in spells.
Are they?
I think so.
I think you might be right.
Because they're spontaneous casters. They're like sorcerers.
No, are they like sorcerers? This is what happened in my. This is what happened in the other campaign.
I cried about this the other day because he realized he was stuck with this crappy.
I took such crap spells, and a sorcerer can only swap a spell during a level up.
Yep.
A spell in a level up.
Bard's the exact same way. I played a bard for many moons.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh, well.
But anyway, yes. So yes, there is another door in the room. The gold has been shaken off of Vincent for the moment. But yeah, what are you guys doing in these moments? What are you up to?
We should go through this door. I kind of put Vincent under my arm like a rugby ball so that he doesn't go back into the gold.
What? We could retire off of all this. What are you doing? You can open up one of those stupid bars you keep talking about again.
I've done that. This is my...
I haven't.
It's not that cool.
You don't know that.
Technically, I don't want to add to Vincent's curiosity, but he could technically take 500 gold because he is worth 500 gold. Actually, not at this point. He will be worth 500 gold. So you can't take it, sorry.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how many debts you have. So you might be in the minus. So you might actually owe them. So we don't know.
Listen, Zord forgave me. All I have to do is a couple of favors for a friend of his, and then I'll be fine, okay? I don't owe anyone anything anymore.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, as you
I'll put him
open
down now that we're out of the room, and I'll shut that door behind us so he can't.
No problem. So yeah, you're in a rectangular built room, and there is a black iron set of gates at the southern wall. Yeah, it seems to look like an oddly strange set of gates at the far end of the space on that one. Yeah, very strange.
This room screams trap.
I agree.
Something is weird here.
Maybe look for some. I'm just gonna stand back here and not walk any further towards the gates.
Make your mage hand go over the bars.
Okay, do I tell you how to track shit in the forest? No. You don't
Yes.
tell me how to look for shit in a dungeon, which is my job. All right?
You
Thank
have
you.
told me before.
But then I do exactly what Magnus says, just coincidentally.
Okay, fair enough. As your mage hand sort of brushes against the bars, you hear the words, "Beyond these gates lies paradise. Enter them as you entered life, and you may find it. Grasp the jewel, and then grasp the iron, and then be whisked away to the truest of rewards."
Well, according to my
Okay.
mother, I entered life kicking and screaming at the top of my lungs, covered in goo. So, I don't know if that's what we're gonna do here.
Don't know if we can do the good part, but maybe if we all got naked, and then we all grab it because we all came in this world naked with nothing on us. But then, what if we get inside there and like paradise is like death, like it kills us because we go to like heaven or whatever bullshit people believe in.
Well, it would just be the Feywild, right? That's paradise.
That depends. Some people that have been, I mean, it's not that good.
Oh, they are wrong. I didn't. I'm not getting naked.
She's like, "Nope."
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty curious, but we also have a room full of gold and silver and copper right behind us. We can take all that shit and leave. We're done. We did it. We succeeded at life. That's what that room means back then.
That is not what that room means. That means don't take more than your means. Back there. It's don't be greedy.
It's like take a penny, leave a penny. Only fool penny. You take all the pennies.
Have you ever left? Yeah, I was about to say, have you ever left a penny?
Why would I do that?
Because that's what you gotta do.
Coppers add up to silvers. Silvers add up to gold. Well, technically, silvers add up to electrum, depending on who you talk to. I like to skip directly to gold.
So what are you guys thinking? What are you doing in the moments here? Standing in the empty space looking at an iron door.
Actual answer I have to entering life is the kick, screaming, covered in goo. Because that is
I can
how people
wait.
usually enter life.
And naked. You have to take off all your clothes.
Mm.
You have to. You have to, Magnus.
I can cast
Vincent, I'm-
prestidigitation
Vincent,
on
I'm
you and
just,
soil you and make you all gooey if you want. Prestidigitation is such a cool spell.
Wait. Are you saying that you would use prestidigitation to create embiotic fluid to cover this old man while he was naked?
That is how he was born.
Screaming when he touches the bar.
That was how he was born, right? I could do that. If that's what you
D&D,
want.
guys. D&D. This is what it's come to.
I mean,
does the
Magnus, you
party
have
do?
to. You have to now. That's the answer.
The only issue I have with it is that when I go through, I won't have any of my gear with me.
But I mean, on the other side is paradise, right? Or you got on the other side, you have to be naked and kicking and screaming and covered in prestidigitation embiotic fluid, and then you grab the jewel, right? And then you grab the bars, and then you go to paradise. So you won't need your gear. because
Wait, what jewel?
it was part of the riddle.
There was part of the thing. It did say about
I know, but what we do not have the jewel.
grasp the jewel and grasp the iron, and then be whisked away to true tourist of rewards.
Because you have to go to the other side of the bars. Like there's a secret door or something probably that opens up over.
Well,
we need the
haven't
jewel,
got
and
the
we don't have
jewel.
the jewel.
Well, no,
Yeah, we haven't got the
we're
jewel, so there's no
naked.
point in doing the
We are
naked
naked
thing.
and we're covered in amniotic fluid, and then we pass through the bars, and then that's what opens up over there. And then there's like jewels or whatever the bullshit on the other side, and then we grab the jewels, and then we grab the bars again.
No, see,
Wait,
I'm reading it as you need to grab a jewel and then grab the iron bars, and then you get taken away. Not you
Yeah.
go through the gate and then you find a jewel and then you touch
Well,
iron.
maybe it's a fake wall. I use my mage hand to grab like a stone or something loose, and I just see if I can't push it through the wall on the other side of the bars.
No problem. Yeah, you can definitely do it. The wall seems solid. Nothing gives or nothing changes as you try, Vincent. Seems solid.
Wait,
Okay, that doesn't work right now, but once we're naked, covered in amniotic fluid.
But then,
Wait.
what if you get to the other side? There's no jewel. Then you're just a fool who's naked and covered in embryonic fluids, screaming.
Listen, that's a risk I'm willing for you to take.
is this... She turns to both of you, goes, is this a riddle?
Is this the riddle?
Is this a riddle? I could go back, tell him the riddle, and he might give us the jewel.
Go try, yeah. There's no traps back in that direction. Just
Okay,
a fucking
okay.
ton of gold.
I'll go back, all the way back to the man. I'll just open the door again and pop my head in. Hey, Megan. And then I'll repeat that riddle and see if he does anything.
While you're doing that, Vincent is making snow angels in the gold again.
I'm monitoring him like a mother at like a pit with their
Okay.
child.
Yeah. To save you as all. Yeah, you do that. All you get is another.
Do you know what?
This statue.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go cover Magnus in some goop. Goodbye. Goodbye.
As you come running back round.
It was wrong. Let's just go. We clearly cannot figure out any of these riddles. Let's go to the next room. Not figure out that one either.
The skill monkeys are doing all right at the rolls, but so far we're not quite got enough things going on. But yeah, so
This
what
is
were you
why we
doing?
were
So
the
yeah,
honor.
you're coming
I-
out of the gold room. What was
I
going on?
prestidigitation the goo on Magnus anyway, because just to prove that I can do it.
I believed you could do it. I didn't want the goo.
I'm angry.
I'm going to pick up Vincent
I'm
again,
just angry.
shake him, and now I'm covered in goo. So when I rugby carry him out of the room, he is now also covered in goo.
No!
I can only do a little bit.
500 gold!
Get out of here.
I'm very surly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That was
Yes, you're back
insane.
into the space, everyone, as this is all going on. Bear with me. I'm gonna have to reload because I can't see the doors. So give me 2
Quick, open them
seconds.
all.
But there is a couple more doors directly ahead of you guys that you're coming up to right now. And on that front, and then there are more doors further down, a little bit further afield, if that makes sense. And so there's one on the east and one on the west as you're looking.
Vincent's
So-
gonna check this one next to him for traps.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Ooh.
Seems all right. You're not
Azul
you're not
is gonna-
sure.
Check if
Alright.
it talks to her. Not the one that he just did, this other one.
Yes, it doesn't talk to you. However, you do definitely, with a perception check as well, you realize this one is definitely locked, and there is a gold lock on the outside of this door.
Hmm. Interesting. Vincent, do you want to open yours, or do you want to open this one with the gold lock?
Well, I mean, when you say it like that.
It didn't speak to me either, so it's not trapped, definitely.
You can keep that lock.
You know what? As much as I trust you, I'm gonna go ahead and check for myself. and I'm gonna need to do an investigation on the door.
Okay, no problem.
Magnus, I'm beginning to feel like he doesn't trust me.
I'm
Not
beginning
much more to pick
smell.
up on
Can you
it.
get
Yeah.
rid of the-
I goo you more. Just put more
You
goo
have
on
to
you.
stand next to me.
Oh.
I smell awful. Get rid of the goo.
As the goo is continuing, Vincent, yeah, I mean, you don't pick up anything much more about the door. However, that lock looks intricate.
I put on, I take out my thieves' tools, and in the thieves' tools, there's like a little, like kind of spyglass thing where I can like tick it down so that it gives me a little bit of telescopic vision. I look inside the lock. Well, they were messing around with this one.
Definitely tough.
All right. Just in case, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna use my mage hand via, you know, my arcane tricksterness, and I'm gonna see if I can't crack this nut.
Okay. I'm going to need you to, roll a thieves tool. I'll give you the DC. You're looking for a 25.
I took expertise in thieves' tools. I can do this.
Oof.
I'm
Believe
18,
in
19,
you.
or 20.
Okay. Well, this is what it is.
Azul, I know that you can inspire people sometimes.
Oh yeah, of course I can. I'm a
I was
bard.
wondering if maybe you'd want to help me out with that. You've done in the past. I'm sure you could do it now. It's a key feature of your class.
Yes. Vincent, you are such a good thief. You can do this.
Fair enough. So yeah, he's got some bardic inspiration, and
All right.
It's only a D6.
That's fine. I'll take it. So I will attempt to do this.
with bardic, let's see how you're gonna do. Yeah, thieves tools. Just click it now, and you should be good.
No advantage or disadvantage, right? Straight roll.
Straight roll on this one, yeah. But you do have bardic, so yeah, that is something.
Oh.
I can do it if I roll a 6.
Oof, okay, so it's roll the bardic, I guess, and see.
All right, here goes.
Oh.
You give it a really good go, Vincent, and yeah, you're like, oh, I think I'm getting there, and, but you just can't. It's just a bit too intricate for you to pull off. Whoever came up with that is a crafty son of a gun.
Yeah, this is working. He's like, I'm close. I can tell that I'm close. I guess I don't know if I could. I mean, I could, but like he's more talking to himself than anyone else.
Fair enough.
But
yeah, he's struggling as a bit of time starts to pass on that's going on. Is anyone else up to anything whilst he's attempting to tinker? Shall we say?
I'll try something. I'll pretend to be helping Vincent and listening into the lock, and I'll knock it a little bit, and I'll cast knock and see if that opens it. Feel a little bit bad for Vincent.
You start knocking on the door he's actually working on.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
No. I cast knock, so I'm trying to unlock it with magic instead of.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oddly, doesn't work.
Oof.
Mm.
That's a spell slot. That's unfortunate.
That's fine. Trust me, my level 2 spells are not worth it.
So there's clearly
Vincent,
some magic. There is magic going on.
I think this is magical. I don't think this is going to be easily unlockable. Sorry.
Well, that just means that whatever's back there has to be really good. I mean, really good.
We'll come back to it. Psych yourself up for next time.
Let me work on it a little more. So I just like
You know
to
what,
try
go on
just a straight thieves tools just one more time, just see if I can get it.
Fair enough. Okay, just one last straight one, but then that is your last shot.
Do you want me to? Can I bardic this one as well?
No, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
If he's going for a double dip, he can't have all of the extras this time.
Oh,
No, it's worse. All right.
Yeah, it's you get frustrated with it in the moment, but it's a tough lock. Yeah, I mean that's probably one of the best ones you've seen in your career.
So the thieves tools float back out and go back into my pouch, and I take off the telescopic little goggle thing. Like, I can do it. I don't know if today's today, but I can do it.
I believe you.
Nah.
I mean, I used magic on it and it didn't do anything. I wanted to try and help you, but oh well.
Fair enough.
So you're saying it's
There
a
are
magic
more
door
doors, yeah.
too? That means that whatever's in there has to be really good.
Yeah. I don't know if magic proof, but the level of magic I can cast, it's proof. Like
I'm
it
marking
can't
that
do it.
door in my memory. I'm looking at it. Gonna get you. Remember.
his greatest enemy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Is the
there
door
are
made of
3 other
wood?
doors. Yes, looking around the corridor.
Magnus, Vincent, check that door. Can you check that one?
Which one?
This one. He said that there's no traps.
Yeah, you can listen in.
Yeah, I
if,
rolled
if-
7 at that door. Have fun.
I will
That is.
see then.
no problem. Make a perception check. You don't pick up any traps or anything odd going on mechanisms wise. It doesn't appear to be a lock, but you can hear fire on the other side of the door, like burning,
Well, there's
crackling
burning on
of
the
wood.
There's burning on the other side of the wall, which I think was one of the concerns on the mirror. Someone being.
Oh yes, I was being burnt alive. That
You
I
were.
do. Yes, I do not want.
Any water? Anyone's water-based stuff that we can on it?
I can prestidigitation it, but it would take quite a while to get rid of all the fire.
Meanwhile, yes, Vincent, you're at the other door on this side, or are you up to anything with that?
Yeah, I'm checking it for traps.
No problem. Uh, 15. You feel more confident this time, not trapped. You feel more comfortable with it that time.
Okay, I'll just open that one then.
No problem. Opening the door, you see there is a room filled with rows of workbenches and covered in detritus of experiments, scorch marks, and stench of fire and acid sort of assails the senses. There are beakers, vials, and buckets of unidentified arcane goo everywhere on the floor of this space. It looks like an utter disaster area on the inside of this room, and it smells very, very bad and volatile. Let's put it that way.
Does it
Say
smell
no-
similar
no-
to what I smell like at the moment? No.
I got rid of
it's
you. Your smell.
It was
Great.
overpowering that Magnus in the moment. Yeah. Although looking around, some of it, it doesn't look that different from what you were covered in. But yeah, it's just spilled acid and everything all over the floors everywhere. It's a right mess. This place. Absolutely covered in it.
Is there a way to get over to this work desk over here without touching any of the goop on the floor?
No, you would have to slowly make your way through it, like it's difficult terrain almost. But you could make your way through. But yeah, it's you don't know what's in some of these bottles and all the mess that's on the floor. It's not impossible, but you would have to yeah, you'd have to be quite dexy, and you could try and make your way through.
I can get over there if you want, Vincent.
Well, I mean, I'm just curious about what's over on that workbench over there. Honestly, I mean, with all the different equipment and chemicals and stuff here, if we just find an intact a vial of acid, we might be able to go back to that locked door and just burn it off.
Doesn't a good plan.
Okay. And I will disappear into just snowfall and then reappear over there. I'll face step.
Okay, yeah, you face step over there, landing on the ground on the.
I land on the chair, just
on the
chair because I don't want to touch the floor.
As she does, you see it starts to teeter where she's stepping onto the thing, and you suddenly see around the edges of the chair like little sizzles, as if whatever's surrounding the floor is on edge. You're going to have to make a dexterity check here to try and keep your balance as you've appeared in all of this mess that's going on.
Can I use my mage hand to steady the chair?
Yeah, you can dive it over there, and as you're seeing this going on.
Okay.
So yeah, you're getting Azul, you're getting the aid action in this case, so you can take advantage on this roll. As this is going on. As you do, it shakes for a moment. The mage hand grabs hold of the chair. It steadies up. The little bottles and vials of things around clink a little bit, but stay steady in the moment. And then everything settles down and the sizzling stops. You seem okay in the moment.
Okay.
You can. You're now next to the main table and stuff, so you can make me an investigation check now.
Not my strong suit. 13, not bad.
13. I mean, there are some large vials directly in front of you. They are large, bright red in color. It's interesting, but Lord knows what it is.
Okay. I'll scoop them and put them in my bag.
Okay, no problem.
I'll scoop everything on this table. Even if I can see a book and everything, because it might have a riddle.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can definitely scoop away a little bit as all this is going on. No problem. Fine.
Okay. I can only do that twice, and I kind of want to keep my the other face step.
Well, I might be able to do something. Hang on. And you see Vincent unstopper his water skin, and he uses shape water to create like a watery bridge to the center table. And then he uses shape water again to freeze it so that he could have like a little kind of like stairway going to this table so he doesn't have to touch the ground.
Okay, fair enough. So where's the water from and to? So the water's now on the top of the chair and on the top of the table. Does that make sense?
No. The water is I'm gonna try to do it from like this wall to the edge of this table.
Okay.
And it's gonna have like a little kind of like almost like a step ladder kind of thing so that I can kind of step across. And then when I get to here, I will I can't make my person stop in the center of the table. But
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But I will unfreeze the water, and I will unshape it and put it back into my water skin.
Mm-hmm.
And then come over to this part of the table and see if she, like, do you want me to do that to get you over here, or do you think you just jump to this table?
I imagine I can just jump from.
Yeah, you can definitely jump to the table on that one.
Yeah.
Make a dex check as you jump.
With Vincent like preparing to catch me.
Oh yeah. There's
help?
no problem. There's no problem with that.
Okay.
Just make the dex check.
Dex check.
Mhm.
Okay. Acrobatics?
Yeah, you can make acrobatics if you want.
It's only a one more, but it might help.
Mhm.
12. Not bad.
Okay. As you do, the chair teeters and almost falls as you jump to the main table and you grab hold and hold. Yeah, everything's okay.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Whew. Since we're both on this table, can we like look around to see if there's anything useful on like this table?
Yeah, you can make an investigation check at the table. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I will assist you because I only have a +1.
Hey, thank you. So investigation at advantage. Shasha. Oh, I reroll ones. It's not much better. 15.
Okay. There are remnants of different vials are definitely still around on that one. However, the main thing that catches your eye, Vincent, is that there are in common notes on preparing potions. One says alchemist's fire, and the other one says a bile of acid. And at the bottom it says, for the love of God, never mix them. And then you're looking around the room and thinking,
Oh, they mixed them. I think that's what happened here. Well, that could be fun. We'll have to put that in our back pocket for later if we ever get acid or alchemist fire. That's good to know. In the meantime, I guess we'll go back over here, and I will again. This time, I'll create like a ladder kind of thing from the edge of this table here to the doorway.
Okay. No problem.
And like instead of it being like a solid bridge, like I literally ladder on the side because it's only a water skin full of water, so I'm assuming it can't do that much.
No, but it's enough. It's enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to use it sparingly, so back over there.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, so out of the the alchemist's room with some sort of double potion in your
I open the
supply.
bag and I say, I found this, and then just have like this huge red potion. Two.
James, I pull out my healing potion. Is it like the same red?
No, it looks odd. It looks like there is things swirling, like almost like two colors mixing within it. One is a brighter red and one is a much darker red, and they aren't mixing well. And it feels like one's weightier than the other, and they're trying to mix, but they're not doing so good.
Do we think that someone put acid in alchemist fire? That's what we're looking at right here.
And they could have.
That's really dangerous stuff that you got there. Then you got to be careful with that.
Is it magical? Can I feel magic coming off it?
You make an Arcana check if you want. You get that general hum of magic coming from it. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will cast Identify then. If I get a little bit of magical sense from it.
No problem. This is basically a healing potion, but it's two of them mixed. That's odd and magically dangerous. You're not quite sure what the outcome of mixing two healing potions together would be.
Okay,
Does it make a greater one? Because there's
Magnus,
double the fun.
you're the only one here that doesn't have a healing potion, so I'll give you this.
Thanks.
It's and then she'll say, it's two potions of healing mixed together. That's what I'm identifying right now with magic.
Okay.
So I imagine it's just a more potent healing potion.
So it's a potion of healing.
Yes, it's a potion of healing. Yeah, that's definitely true.
But from my experience, if you take too much of one type of medication, it can kill you. So I'm a little bit concerned on this.
I don't think that would happen. It's just a healing potion. And she turns around.
One more
Mike's
door.
gonna look at the
yeah.
bottle in his hand and then look at the absolute tip that is this room that's covered in.
That was alchemist fire and acid. It's fine.
Not sure if I trust the bozo who did both of these things.
Fair enough.
But I pocket it anyway.
Okay,
So
no
I had
worries.
2 of them, right? Or just 1?
No, it's one, but it's a
okay.
double potion. Sorry, so yeah, I'm not describing it quite right.
Double potion. What does it mean?
We shall see. We shall see. Meanwhile, another door ahead of you. Yes, the final door of this
Investigation.
No sign of traps or anything like that when you're listening in, Vincent. However, you can hear hissing. On the other side of the door.
Does it sound mechanical or repetitive, or does it sound like the hissing of like a creature?
No, it sounds repetitive. It sounds mechanical. It sounds steady.
Okay, I think we have some sort of gas situation on this side of the door, or something that can be inhaled, something that could be ignited. I don't know, but we've been avoiding the doors that quote unquote talk, and this one is talking. So, do we want to keep going in this direction, or do we want to go somewhere else?
Did any of the mural paintings have anything to do with gas? I'm just trying to remember.
No, I don't think you saw anything like that. No, you had like fires, you had scythe blades, being torched to death, all that kind of thing. Nothing about gas, as far as you remember.
Torched to death in a thing.
It was electric, sliced in half.
You did
fire,
have that,
that's
yeah,
what we
you
had.
didn't have
That's why
the
I didn't open
electric.
the electric one, the buzzing one.
Okay.
So maybe this is fine, but it is talking, as you said. So I will be against opening it.
Should go against talking.
I mean, if that's the case, then we have to backtrack, because every other door that I think we haven't opened has had something behind it. And also, if it's a small enough room, maybe I could disarm whatever trap that is from outside.
You not necessarily think it's a trap, Vincent. You just don't know what it is, if that makes sense. The door doesn't seem trapped, if that makes sense.
Oh, no, he was more talking about the room on the other side.
Ah.
But, I'm open to suggestions if anybody wants to do something different, but otherwise, I can open this door carefully. We can see what's inside the room, and then go from there.
Okay, sure, but I will stand over here.
She steps back.
I
Fair
will
enough.
join.
It is talking, Vincent. Vincent.
luck.
It must be trap.
You know what? You're both cowards. And then he's gonna stand well behind them and use Mage Hand to open the door.
Fair enough. No problem. You
Okay,
use
I'll
the
think
mage hand to open the door. Let's have a look. On the other side of the door, there appears to be a large chamber, and there seems to be gas or smoke covering the below a set of sort of swinging platforms that seem to be hanging out in space. So you can see like a platform hanging from a chain sort of directly in front of you. You can't see the floor through the blackness of the space, and there is just steam welling up from the space below, from where you're looking from right now. But nothing else happens in the moment.
Is this still all like darkness? So if
Yeah,
we
only
were
the
to
light only the light that you're getting from what's going on from you guys is it's still in the dark. Yeah.
I hold my breath as I go towards it, just in case it's bad gas.
No problem.
Well, I don't know what that is over there, but something is shining.
Yeah, as you look out, you can see all of these different platforms sort of swinging there on these chains over the nothingness of space. And on the very far platform, there appears to be some sort of a glowing sword hanging out on the last platform in a dim blue, sort of cyany colored light.
Well, Vincent, you're nice and you're super dexterous. You go.
I mean, that's not. It's. We're looking for a unicorn. That's not a unicorn. That's a sword.
I'm sure it's worth a lot of money, but if you don't want it, then we can go.
Maybe the sword will cut through.
I'm not gonna let you manipulate me. Wait a minute. Azul, I'm not gonna let you manipulate me. You're not gonna make me go get in there if I don't want to. You're not gonna do stuff to my emotions and make me think things that I'm not supposed to think them. Maybe I want to go get that sword on my own. Maybe I don't need you to do that, huh? You ever think about that? You ever think about that?
All right, Vincent, if you don't want the money.
I'm gonna use shape water again to create a little bit of a bridge for me to cross from this to this thing here.
Okay.
In a huff.
Problem. No problem. As you do, it's easily done in the moment. However, the platform starts to sway and swing as you move your weight onto it. It is now moving underfoot. It feels awkward. I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Nice knowing you.
29.
Okay. Yep, all good. You're balancing on the space. But all good.
And again, I take the water that was frozen here and I liquefy it and I move it to here, which I can't move the template myself, I don't think.
No,
but
that's okay. I will trust what you're doing.
So
in the
so
moment.
he's using the put the water in place, freeze it, cross, unfreeze it, unmove the water, and then remove. Basically, he's doing that like all the way around.
No problem. Okay, so as you move to each platform, I need a D100 from you. Ooh. As you make your way to the next one.
19.
Oh, I thought it was 90 then. Ooh.
Okay, no, fair enough. Whoop. No problem.
Okay, and then one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Azul turns to Magnus and says, "So what are we going to do if he dies? Or if something goes wrong?"
I can hear you.
Good.
You're not that quiet. You're a bard. You project.
I didn't mean to be quiet. I'm just saying, what do we do if something goes wrong?
You bloody well come
Do you
save
have
me.
any loved ones? Do we need to contact anyone?
I have 2.5 lovers.
What's a half a lover?
I don't think he has the two either.
I do. Shut up.
Okay,
What
another
do you define
D100,
as
please.
half?
Okay, whoop, as he goes, no problem.
I cannot silvery barb this, so whatever happens is going to happen.
Is half a lover like dating a centaur but not engaging with the horse?
Wow.
Is that
So-
what half a lover is?
How can I kick Jess out of this?
Jess isn't here.
I
Matt.
often worry where your mind goes to, Jess.
I keep forgetting truth here.
I'm sorry.
Whoop. No, yeah. Again, Vincent, you're doing great. These things wobble around. It's tough, but you're making your way.
And so then I will take the. Actually, I think because of the way I was doing things, I would probably have to be holding the lantern anyway. So I'm holding the lantern, and I'm holding the chain, and so I'll set the lantern down and kind of hold it in place with my foot to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And then I will use Mage Hand to grab this sword.
Nice. So yeah, you were within sort of that sort of range of that. You grab hold of the glowing sword with your mage hand. It lifts. Not a problem.
And so then I will float it back over to me.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a sheath or does it like a strap or something I can put on?
It seems to be missing a scabbard, if that makes sense at the moment. Yeah, so it's a bit unwieldy, but it's glowing beautifully, like Sting, but larger. I guess is probably the
Is
best
it?
way.
Yeah, about to say, is it a long sword, short sword, great
It is.
sword?
It is a long sword. So it is big for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But it is
yeah.
glowing like Sting with orcs, if that makes sense. So it's yeah, you've definitely got that going on right now.
Okay. I take the I have 10 foot of string in my bag. So what I want to do is I want to take this sword and I want to basically like tie it to my bag.
Okay, yeah, that's easily done. Yeah, I mean it's not the best lash, but it's enough to keep it on you for now.
I just want to keep it in place, basically.
Yeah, no, definitely doable. As you're teetering there for a moment, but you're fine.
So I put it in place, and then I will go ahead again using the same method of shape water, of making a walkable bridge, and then freezing it, and then going across. I will do the same thing going back.
Okay, so yeah, as you make each one, I need a D100 roll, please.
8.
An 8. All good. Woof. 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 And you keep on moving on.
You can do it. Woohoo!
Oh,
Whoa. Yeah, all good. Keeps on going.
As he's coming back, his brow was furrowed. He's like, "This is mine, by the way. I'm keeping this. I can't even use this fucking mine."
And you carry it properly. Not too long.
Yeah, all good. You're gonna be the jammy one with on the rolls. It looks like you're getting there. One more roll.
And then one more roll. All right.
wow.
Genius. There you go. Easily done. Vincent making it look effortless as all that goes on. And I think the way we'll play it is that as the camera pans back, we just see in the shadows like faces and figures of creatures hidden within the smoke, looking on that don't seem to react in the moments as he pulls away from the room with sword intact. Well done. Ooh. You had to not roll above a 75. And
so that's why you freaked out when I rolled, thinking it was 80, huh?
So yeah, all good. He has a decent sword on his back.
I know it's yours, but would you like me to see what it is?
No.
Okay.
Can I ask the scale of the sword compared to this tiny man?
It's a long sword. It looks ridiculous, yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely
I needed
ridiculous.
that in my mind's eye.
And now as I'm walking with it, I have it like wrapped in carrying it. Think of like a
Yeah, like that when they carry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm using my mage hand to carry the hooded lantern with me. So I'm just walking. I'm waddling basically with the sword. I'm looking very smug and very pleased with myself.
Do you want to try the lock with that magical sword of yours?
I mean, that's not how locks work.
Well,
and Vincent's
magical,
right about that, yeah.
I mean, stab at the lock and break it. Maybe you can break it because it's a magical sword.
Oh. Because it does. Oh.
Yeah. Could work.
I mean,
it may have the face of a supermodel.
You know what? No, I respect this lock too much to not come at it the way it deserves. I'll be back for you. And then I mouth, "I love you," to the lock and the door, and then I keep going.
Okay, so yeah, where are you heading back to? Where's your next port of call?
All the way back to the start, right? Not to the start, but
to the two doors that you bypassed here. You're back by the skull. You're going back there. Let me bring the others over for you.
I waddle by the door with all of the what do you call it? Treasure in it.
and I'm just sad. I just look sad.
It is shiny. It is very shiny.
I can't myself.
I'm moving you both to
thank you.
catching up. Okay, so you guys reconvene at the two lower doors. One that was making sounds, the other had a pit, an open pit that you.
This one's the buzz one.
That is correct. That is the buzz.
So let's go over. Let's climb down the spike pit and then climb up the spike pit.
I'm not there.
Oh, you should be
down here.
I'm trapped on the old screen with the token of me that's there. That's what I can see.
Oh, if you can refresh, you should come back. I think, if that makes sense. Sorry, I think that's.
I think we both tried to click on it at the same time, and then
maybe that caused it some grief. So yeah, it's a 20-foot hole, Azul, that you can see in front of you, and obviously the pit and the spikes are on the other side of it. That is definitely a thing. You think you can climb down, okay? If you took the effort and the time, it's all possible.
It's climbing back up. That might be the hard bit.
I mean, how far down is the pit?
20 foot in total. 10 feet deep, 20 feet long. So.
Oh, that's not too bad then. Okay, I'll make my way down very carefully.
So you have to make a strength athletics check as you're making your way down. The DC is only 8, so.
Yeah, well, we're all -1 strength, so. Athletics? Did you say?
Athletics, yeah. Strength athletics, yeah.
Okay, well, that gives me 0 instead of a -1, so nice.
No problem. Yeah, you make your way down to the bottom of the pit. Easy enough. You make it look simple. If the others are following you down, they'll have to make the same roll.
Yeah. Yay!
Oof.
Oh, yeah, all good. Yeah, so Magnus, you might start making your way across. Vincent, are you doing the same?
Can I use shape water to make a ladder for myself?
You can, but it won't stretch the whole distance of the pit.
I'm not looking to do. I'm trying to do what they did. I'm just trying to make my way, but using
to make your way
to go
down. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Make it easier on the way down. Yeah, definitely you can. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you can make your way to the bottom, no problem. With shape water, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm happy for that. Azul, you're first to get to the other side. That's no problem.
I'll try to climb up. I think this is where it's gonna go wrong.
No problem. You can start to climb your way up on that one. You've already made the athletics check, so I'm happy that this carries on as you go to the top. As you get to the top, you hear a click as you put your weight onto the pressure plate that is on that side of at the side of the thing. As you do apply the pressure, you suddenly see where Vincent and Magnus are. More of the spikes in the floor will suddenly shoot up, and those two in the pit, both of you need to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Oops. Roll request. Oof.
Yeah, you can have it as a roll request for those two if need be.
Nice.
Good.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be
How's
halving
the old
this
man?
damage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well done, guys. I'm going to just roll the piercing damage. So half the damage as you are saving from this. So you're only going to be taking 4 piercing as these blades go and then down. But you manage to manage to stop the worst of what goes on in those moments.
Azul doesn't look back. She hears it happen. She's just facing forward.
Azul, what did you do?
Yeah, you hear Vincent just cussing you out in halfling.
She doesn't say anything. She's literally just staring forward, waiting for you to get up. She's like, oh shit, whoops.
But yeah, with a few moments, you guys can move across and make your way up on the other side of the pit. Now avoiding the pressure plate that Azul has now pushed, but you're okay.
She's still not going to say a word. She's going to not look at anyone. Just carry on. Like nothing happened.
Okay. As you make your way around the corner here, you can... Two things. The buzzing sound gets louder, and you can almost see like a glow coming from the other corridor off to one side here. There is obviously a door on the side here made of silver and iron, engraved with different circles of varying sizes. This looks, again, another one of those fancy locks, Vincent, that you've seen, but in silver this time.
Oh, it might be easier then.
I mean, we can see. So Vincent will get out his thieves' tools. Well, first he'll check to see if it's trapped.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, electricity. That's fun.
Yeah, so in there, as you're looking around that corner, you can see that there are bronze sort of bars hanging out of the ceiling, and there seems to be energy passing between them, and the zzz is going on as you're looking around. But yeah, Vincent, you can check for traps. That's no problem.
Nice.
Not trapped, but another very intricate lock. I'm not sure it's as intricate as the gold one, but it seems like it's an intricate lock.
Since I know this is not trapped, instead of using my mage hand, I'll actually get up and try to do this one.
Vincent, you know what? You never just, you can do it. That's a bardic inspiration.
Wow, you are so good at this, Azul. Thank you. I truly believe myself like no other.
This one is a DC 20 this time, so
right.
not as difficult a lock.
Here we go.
Oh, no way.
You can't get there with bardic.
So,
a silver lock thwarts Vincent in the moments as well. So yes, a gold and a silver lock have been found, but no key yet.
Trying to think of where a key would be.
It would be in the fire room that we haven't been in yet. That is the only room we haven't been in.
I mean,
or the gold way.
We also didn't get naked in amniotic fluid and go through those bars.
That is true. The only other thing I will give you as well, just because of your investigation check, you don't think this is as sturdy looking a door? Maybe this could be forced. It's not impossible. It's a bit brute forcey for Vincent in that respect, but maybe as a group, you could.
Okay, let's do another group check because it was fun.
I'll weaker self.
Yeah, so I will hand over the crowbar and offer the help. No, actually, help action's redundant because the crowbar already gives it. But I will hand over the crowbar, see if anybody else wants to try to force open this door. Vincent doesn't really want to do that, but he will if he needs to.
My suggestion is all three of us just throw our bodies at once. To break it.
Okay, well we can do a skill check for it and see how it goes as a group if you want on that one. I'll change the DC a little bit to make it a thing. All right, 1 second. Let's give this a go on that one. And your DC is that, and let's give it a go and see how you're gonna do. Not strength save, but we know what we're dealing with. But give it a roll and see how you do.
Is anybody proficient in strength saves? Because
No.
otherwise it's the same. It's the same number. Wow.
No.
Oh.
I'll silvery barbs that if it doesn't work. If Vincent isn't good enough with it. Okay. I will silvery barbs the 3.
Unfortunately, it wouldn't change your outcome. You're all well, only one of you was close enough as it was, but
19.
I'm sorry on that one.
Ridiculous.
I know, but you're trying to force a door.
We're all so weak.
Yes, this is not your strength. Is not your way forward.
Strength is not a strong suit. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we are weak.
I don't want to use my last second spell slot to use knock and potentially not work.
Can
It's
I
up to
try
you.
can I try to unlock it again, James, or no? Is that against the rules?
One last try then. One last go.
Alright.
As a one shot, I'll let you try it.
All right, back up. Let's see if I can do this. I
I will
loosen
back
myself
up.
up. I do some stretches. Bend over at the hip. And I'll try this again. So I can get this on like a 14. I think, or a 13.
Okay.
You do have bardic die as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. That would open the gold door.
Okay. So in this case, yeah, he definitely gives it another try, and yeah, there's a moment there, Vincent, where you're like, "Oh, hallelujah, click, and yeah, you open, you unlock the door and open the space.
Oh,
And Vincent says, I'd say he loosened it, but he didn't. It was all me. Oh God, what's in here?
Looking on the
Oh,
other
no.
side of the room, there is a chamber lined with rough and dirty tan-colored bricks. Rubbish litters the floor, including trinkets, coins, equipment, weapons, alongside bones and other dried-up gore. There is mess absolutely everywhere. Yeah, there's a lot going on, and yeah, basically, again, the ground sort of counts as difficult terrain in this space for a moment. There is a door to the north that you can see through all of the detritus. But what do you do?
Magnus, come be a ranger in here because this is fucked up. Do whatever it is you do. Make this all make sense.
Is this
What
like
is it that you think I do?
I don't know. You stand up there and you know things because you're old. Just be old at it.
Magnus, as you step onto the first parts of the detritus there on that one, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me for a moment.
yeah. I was too busy arguing. 25.
Oh,
No
yeah,
16,
pretty good.
sorry.
You narrowly miss putting your foot straight into a bear trap, and it goes off, and just misses your foot as you go. You didn't even see that. What the hell?
Yeah.
Watch out, bear traps.
yes, we can see that now.
That's me.
Why would
doing
you
my
just walk
ranger.
in? That's nearly as bad as what happened earlier that we didn't speak about.
This is how rangers do. Just get a feel.
Fair enough.
The thing is that bear traps will be out in the wilds. You would know to look for them too. So it's weird that you didn't think to look for them here.
Well, there was
So,
an
Magnus,
irritating
what are you
noise
doing now,
before.
Magnus, as this is going on?
I'll
what's
do
the
a
thought?
survival assessment of the area.
Okay, yep, fair enough, fair enough.
Is this like a rubbish chute for all the bodies that died here?
Hey, Azul, you should use your detect magic here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And she puts her middle finger up at you.
It's
See,
not
Waterdeep's rubbing off on you.
It's Magnus. It's not what you can see. It's what you're aware of that you can't see. If it makes sense, you are pretty sure there are more things going on the ground that you're not picking up. The fact that you didn't spot the bear trap in the first place meant it was not visible to you. Probably magically so. But you're seeing like this place is probably littered with such things.
So, like invisible.
Yeah, it's where things where the positioning of the trash look odd, or it's laying half floaty, and you think, hang on a minute, something's going on.
Oh, like a clearly drawn animation cell in like Looney Tunes where it's.
That's it. Yeah. So you can't pick them all out, but you're like,
Yeah.
in your brain, you're like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so this entire place littered with similar things to the bear traps, except it's all weird in how it's hidden. As in, it's not hidden in normal As in, like,
Yeah. Can you make me a perception check as well, Magnus? I need as
Right.
just a shot. You've kind of done that, but now you're sort of surveying the room a little more. Uh, 14. Yeah, nothing. Nothing else sort of jumps out at you in the moment as you're sort of looking around.
So be careful. Everything's not really what it seems in here.
Can you see a clear path, Magnus, to the door? Because you kind of know where the traps are, ish.
Is there only one door, James, to the north?
Yeah, only one door to the north so far that you see. Yeah.
Okay. Because what I might do with my mage hand is just kind of like sweep it back and forth in like a 5-foot like width,
Oh, interesting.
like
Okay.
right towards the door. That way, maybe it sets off traps that won't hurt us, or maybe it reveals traps we wouldn't have seen before. And I just kind of scoop stuff out of the way as we go forward. Well, actually, not even as we go forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can do it from where I'm at all the way up to that door.
Yeah, okay. So you sort of sweep a path through. You notice like a trap on one, and you sort of make your way. As you're sweeping past, you haven't triggered it, but you nudge against it. But yeah, you kind of like wipe a path through. That makes sense.
Okay. So it's like, all right, between that and Magnus, if you want to, use your keen old man eyes and see if I missed anything on the way there, we could probably make it to the door and be okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take your original roll that you already did, Magnus, and say it's plausible as you're making your way across to the other door. Yeah.
Do that then.
I follow both their
Yeah,
footsteps.
I walk exactly
Perfectly.
where Magnus walks. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. You guys just make your way across the trash pile, maintaining carefully your footings as you do.
Something that I would like to do, because you said that there's like a detritus and adventure gear, stuff like that. Can I keep an eye out for anything that is useful or expensive or?
Yeah,
on the
no
way?
problem. You can make an investigation check. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, damn. Okay, damn good. Okay, now I need you to roll me a d20, please.
A D100. Oh, you rolled above 80. You're
Just a
dead.
d20 this time.
Did it. Okay. Nice.
There is a decent looking money pouch off to one side near one of these invisible bear traps that you have pushed past. That looks interesting. You gonna grab?
Mage hand that over to me.
No problem. So you need 1d10 and see how much gold is in that pouch. Okay, yeah. So 9 gold, very nice.
And since he's still riding high from unlocking that silver door,
Mhm.
he's gonna be benevolent. Just like, hey, 9 gold in here. That splits 3 evenly. And I will give 3 gold to Azul and 3 gold to Magnus.
Magnus is going to narrow his eyes at you suspiciously at the idea that you're sharing.
Magnus, it's kind of gross in here. Can you open the door? I don't want to stand in this.
I
Does
should
it-
listen to it first. Make sure it's talk.
Yeah, see, Magnus knows. Magnus is
Make
listening to me.
a perception check, no problem.
It's not what doors do.
Exactly. Then you know it's not a trap.
23. You can hear the sounds of metal grinding against each other on the other side of the door.
Grinding metal door is making them.
Oh, that's probably fine. That's probably nothing. Big roll of the eyes.
What do you do, Magnus?
Is there like a keyhole that I can...
No sign of a keyhole this time. No sign of a lock.
Right,
Open it.
open it.
Okay. On the other side of the...
animated! Look at that!
On the other side of the door, there is a long corridor that seems to be lined with rough bricks. Dried gore is splattered over the floor, walls, and ceiling. There are dozens of whirling blades and deep grooves in the floor where swinging scythe blades are swinging back and forth between the space as different blades are popping out of the walls at random times. Yeah, and an utter meat grinder would be the best way of putting it. And a door at the far end of the corridor. And you're just hearing
Absolutely
as you're looking on.
Mangus is going to turn to the others and go, no.
We have not done a single challenge.
I mean, fair.
Vincent technically has.
Fair, but
Our
at the same
characters-
time, we don't. I mean, where else is there to go? We'd have to go back to the fire room or go down the gold corridor and see whatever the fuck's happening over there. But I'm guessing shit's on the other side of these rooms that we don't want to fuck. And I jingle my backpack that has the sword attached to it.
I'm all for the adventure. There is a slight element.
Actually, you were the one that wanted to come on this the most, Magnus. You get in there.
Yeah, because I thought that there would be realistic things. This is not realistic.
What you do see, Magnus, is that there is every sort of 5 feet or so, there is space between all the blades. You would have to technically time a move through, but yeah, there is plausibility, you know.
Hey,
From where I am,
you're
can
a
I
musician, aren't you?
Sorry, go ahead.
Zul?
Huh?
Musician? You're a musician, right?
Yes.
What time is this?
Oh, it's
Is it
in.
4, 3, 4. We all-
I don't know. I don't know music
Say
terms.
But there is a pattern to it as well. I'll
It's-
give you that. Yeah.
It's this pattern, and
Yeah.
Azul
It's
taps it on
quick.
a hand.
It's not easy, but it's doable.
Okay.
I'll keep tapping it, and Magnus, you can go and think about what I'm tapping, and you can go with my sound. I'll give you a bardic. You can do it.
Let's go.
My last bardic.
Okay. Do I need to roll for this?
So I need to know a couple of things. Are you gonna dash at it? Or are you going to steady, slow, and try? Making your steps more thing. What's the way? How's Magnus playing this in the moment?
The aim of Magnus is rush past this first section into the safety of this section, then get the rhythm for the next section.
Okay, so he's trying to be calculated with the first one, or just dash?
Calculated first, so that he's at least got an idea of how the rhythm works.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so yeah, moving through the first one, I'm going to need a dex save from you, and you will gain advantage on this one.
Dex save with advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh,
18.
good.
Magnus, and you step through to the first one unscathed. No problem so
Yeah,
far.
see, you got it.
I'm gonna pace like Darth Maul in Phantom Menace as I look at you. The others.
You're
Okay.
underway now.
You're
I'll
doing
do the
great.
same for this one. Yeah, I'll do the same for the next one.
Okay.
Azul is still tapping.
So with
the rhythm.
advantage,
22.
as he passes through the next set.
Once he passes
unscathed.
through that, Azul is going to whisper to Vincent, "We're not going to do this, right? We're just allowing him to go all the way."
Well, I'm gonna try to disarm it so that it just turns off. But I mean, this is gonna make for a great story for his. Does he have grandchildren? I actually don't know.
As Magnus, is you gonna go for the next one?
Yeah, do the same
Okay.
again. Taking
No problem. 16, still good. As you move
Remember,
through the
you have
next-
Bardic as well if something goes wrong.
Okay.
This hall goes so far.
It does.
Oh.
Oh,
Or definitely, I'm going to say that one can get you two further forward if you move yourself.
thanks. Okay, so how far ahead would I be now?
You'd be to this one, so you would have one more roll to make, I believe.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Okay, so I'd be
Vincent whispers to Azul, "Wouldn't it be a bitch if you got all the way up there and that door was locked and I needed to be there?"
I'm surprised he made it that far, to be honest.
So one more deck save to go through the last set of swirling blades and.
Get in there! Come on!
Dang.
Magnus, with ease, making it to the door.
Nice.
And
I would stand in victory pose at the end.
fair enough, no problem.
Open the door and see if it's worth us coming over there.
I will perceive the door. Make sure it's not talking.
No problem. You can make a perception check of the door.
See.
16. Seems all quiet as you do.
Okay. I will open the door then.
Okay, as you do open the door, all of the blades and the swerve, the bits all retract and stop as you open the door.
You're welcome.
Slow clap from Vincent. He is legitimately impressed.
I am still surprised.
I
She's clapping, but
survived.
in the rhythm of the things because she's still in
Yeah.
music mode.
Fair enough.
So Vincent
the-
will make his
yeah.
way across, and he's gonna he's gonna investigate to make sure that like none of this is activated by him stepping on anything on the way there.
No problem. For speed's sake, nothing seems to go out of the ordinary as you attempt to do this. At the far end, there is a dome-shaped room where the walls are polished with white marble furniture. In the center of the room is a 3-foot-high marble pedestal with a fluted column. A plush red pillow sits on the top of it. Sitting on the pillow is a single copper piece.
What the shit?
Wow, Magnus, your feat of dexterity was not worth it at all.
Well, you don't know. This could be a test of what we judge as valuable.
I didn't.
You want to
Oh.
candid? So
Can I investigate the dais to see if it does anything? Like if we move the pillow or if we take the thing off, like does something happen?
Yeah, you can definitely make an investigation check and see what you find. All seems good, honestly.
Well, it doesn't seem like it does anything, so maybe this is some sort of riddle.
Is this the riddle?
Pillow coin.
The pillow coin.
maybe it's like those old wizard stories that they make with the fire. You know, those moving flame pictures of Indiana Jones. We switch it the same weight.
Yes, the moving pictures.
The moving wizard picture.
I mean, maybe it's like we need to exchange it for something that we deem
Worthless?
Value.
No, the copper piece isn't worthless. You could do loads with that.
You can get a sweet treat with a copper piece.
What do you do? What do you guys get up to?
And how tall is this?
It's you're looking down on the pedestal
Okay.
with the pillow and the copper coin.
Another way detect magic would be good.
But what do you do in the moments? That's the main thing.
Don't I just take it, guys? We may as well at this point.
If you want, and I step towards the door.
I will take out a copper piece of my own, and I will swap it.
Okay, as you pick up the copper piece and swap them over, you hear that voice again, and it says, "Congratulations." And then goes quiet. Azul, you hold up the coin and bring it closer to you. Looking at it, there is a figure upon it, and it says, "Minted in 1364 DR, golden anniversary of the reign of Lord Peregrine the Palace." Oh, I can't even say that. Paladison.
Well, so it's like a collector's penny. Can I roll a history check to see if I know anything about whatever that means?
Just make an intelligence check.
All right, it would be history anyway because it's the exact same number. But here we go.
Okay, you are actually right. This is worthless because I cannot use it.
Oh,
no.
It's not legal tender anymore.
It's not technically legal tender anymore. No, that is definitely true.
I'm gonna cast Identify. I don't think it's magical, but I'm just gonna see if it is anything.
It is extremely magical when you when you do it. Yeah, you're not sure why or what it is, but well, no, you do with Identify. It's a magical key.
It's a key.
no, that's a coin.
No, I cast Identify.
Like,
It's
like
a
a trolley coin.
It's
you
a
know how
key.
like it unlock? Yeah.
It says
Like how it
minted
unlocks the
in
trolley.
1364.
The golden age.
DR.
Key.
Golden anniversary of the
Okay,
reign of
golden
Lord.
anniversary. Maybe it's the key for the golden door.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's go back to the golden door and try it.
Yeah. It's a glorified trolley coin. What it is. Let's go.
Thank you, voice.
So to save you guys the time, I'm going to bring you across. 1 second.
I
Let's.
would think it's quite a while to walk over.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
okay.
right there too. So
1 second. You guys make your way back to the golden door.
Pop the coin in.
As you put the coin over to it, it glows golden and changes shape into a beautiful golden key, and the door will open.
it only took us 3.5 hours, but we're starting to solve the puzzles game.
On the other side of this door is something quite strange. There is a sort of fairly plain-looking room. There is a door to the north. The walls have been decorated with intensely detailed murals depicting funeral rituals and dozens of mages all holding holy symbols of Mysteria. Inscribed on the west wall is the words "Get through."
So, I'm assuming we need to follow this path, right? Nobody
Makes sense.
go on the stone next, the grey stone. Stay on this one.
Can I investigate the path to see if there are any pressure plates or anything like that?
Yeah, you can make an investigation check of the path. That's no problem. Does not appear to be any traps on that one. I will give you with a 21 that you do see faint runes on the darker parts of the floor.
So I say, well, the path seems okay. But Azul, I think you're right. Something's up with the rougher textured floor. There are slight runes on it, so maybe explosion, maybe it's bad magic. Just don't do that, I guess. And I'll start carefully making my way around.
I'll follow.
No problem. Yeah, you guys
Totally.
steadily make your way through the room. The walls are sort of horrendously covered in these images of mages, but nothing happens as you carry on making your way through the pathway without issue.
I'll get to here. I won't go up to the door itself, but I'll get to there and then I'll investigate and open and unlock it or whatever with my mage hand once no, it's okay.
No problem. You can. I'm just going to say for time's sake, there's nothing is wrong as you make your way to the door.
Okay. I use my mage hand to open it.
No problem. On the other side of the door, there is a room. All the surfaces of the chamber seem to be covered in mirror, in like a completely sort of silvered glass room. And in the center of the room is a stone statue of a unicorn.
Hey!
It's about
That
3
looks
foot
quite
in
big.
height, and
Yeah, I mean, that's all well and good, but how are we going to move this fucking statue? We're all weak as shit.
I guarantee you, we move that, and the whole place is coming down.
Well, I mean, can you detect magic on that? See if it's
I can
weird.
go identify it. I will touch the unicorn and cast identify. I'm running out of spell slots, so if something bad
Okay,
happens.
The last musical music going in my head.
Oh.
as you identify it, you realize that this is an enchanted object, and it is a real unicorn made into a statue.
That's
What?
weird.
I'll say that. This is a real unicorn. It's been turned into stone.
Oh, unicorns are bigger than that.
It seems like a pygmy thing. I must
That's
admit.
That's just like a pony. Like that's like a my size.
I don't. Are we just giving that man that we barely know, no offense, Magnus, a real unicorn?
Do I know if Mort would be good to this unicorn?
He's nefarious. You have no. You wouldn't know if he was being good to it. He's a collector of things. That's certainly true. Would he care that it's a living unicorn in as a statue? It's hard to say.
Well, as somebody from the Fae, do not feel comfortable giving somebody a unicorn. They possess quite a lot of power, and
Well, I mean, also a real unicorn has to be worth more than 1,500 gold, right?
is that really what you're thinking about right now? The gold?
Yes, it's
You
one
have
thing
a
about
big
right now,
sword.
cool.
I'm sure that's probably worth about 500 gold, that sword.
You know, that's fair. That's fair, as long as I get my cut. You're right, you're right. So then what do we do with this?
In this large mirrored room, what are you thinking?
Do you think it's a baby unicorn? Is that why it's so little? Or you a teenage unicorn?
Can I do nature check on it? Just my
Mhm.
general knowledge of unicorns.
My help. Just
Yes,
being a Fae.
you can do. Yeah.
Wait, is Azul helping?
Yeah. It's all can
Oh, well,
help on that one. Yeah.
advantage.
Oh, dang.
Damn.
22
Okay. I mean,
unicorn knowledge.
they
like a
are
third nat 20.
fairly mythical creatures. But if the rules of horses bear any resemblance, and you would think they would, this would be a very young fawn or the equivalent in unicorn
Oh.
form. Yeah. So a young unicorn.
I was right, it's a baby.
Well, that's good news for us. Babies are better with men than with grown adults. I don't think they do well.
James, I want to look at the unicorn's crotch. Is it a male unicorn or a female unicorn? Is this thing being studded out, or is it going to be used to breed?
Fair enough. You think this is a female? Yes, of the species.
What happens when
if horse rules apply? Yes.
What happens when a regular horse breeds with a unicorn? Is it like a half-elf situation?
I think it's more like a mule situation. Kind of.
Is it like a mule with a horn?
Breed.
The donkey with a horn.
You're really
Mules and donkeys
scaring
are
me.
different. Oh.
You hear in your head at the same moment.
Oh, we don't mean to scare you.
We're sorry.
We thought you were a thing. We didn't know that you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay.
We can hear you. Do you want a hug? I hug it.
I kind of think that feels nice.
What? How are you here?
Well,
What happened to you?
I got stolen, I think, and brought here. It's annoying.
Are you acquainted with a man called...
Mert looks after me as a statue, I guess. He just never listens when I ask if he can try and find a way to free me.
Does he never
I've
listen,
asked a
or
lot.
does he hear you? Maybe he can't hear you.
I think he can hear me.
Oh, okay,
He's
well there
very
goes
good
that.
at ignoring me.
There goes that theory then. So what?
He's
Well,
never been bad, but he just won't help me. Will you
Okay,
help me?
So he's more indifferent. Well, what? How can we help you? How do we
I
make you
don't
not?
know.
I mean, neither do. I mean, I'm not very. I do not. I know some magic. I'm not very magical.
I do not have anything that I can help with.
Maybe you can help me if we can get out of here first.
Okay.
We're quite weak physically.
But
so
I don't think I weigh too
think you might
much.
be a bit
I'm not
weak.
too heavy.
By
Apes
halfling
together
standards,
strong.
I'm actually pretty okay. All right, it's you two that are weak as big people. That's on you.
Yes,
I've had a hip
but
replacement.
we are strong together.
This place is magic for some reason.
Yes,
There's
we
words
have
when they
dealt with
shut the
it.
door on me.
It's worse when we shut the door.
There's words when they shut
There's
the door
words.
on
Oh, there's
me.
words. Oh, I go over to the door and I incite the unicorn first.
Sure, you can incite the unicorn statue with
The baby
disadvantage.
All right, disadvantage. Here we go.
Um,
18 and 11, which is 14. James, am I still bardically inspired?
how long's it been?
It's been less than 10 minutes by my count,
Yeah, okay. you
but
can
not
do
in
it.
game. All right, here we go. All right, James. Dirtiest of 20s.
The dirtiest of 20s. This statue of a young unicorn. You feel like it may be telling you the truth.
I narrow my eyes. I shut the door. I don't latch it though, but I shut the door so I can read what's on the back.
Okay, yeah. As you shut the door, the room darkens, and then the words start to glow across the magic of the mirror that is surrounding you all as this is going on, and it basically says, "Everything you see is mine."
Oh shit!
Is that a riddle?
I don't
But
think that's
there's
a riddle. I think that's just somebody being real greedy, and we just stepped into a mirror room. So
I think they think that they own us.
Not if I can't see anything, and I close my eyes.
Okay, sorry, what's going on here?
I just close my eyes.
Okay, right, fair enough.
Wait, I close my eyes and start dragging the unicorn out. I can't see anything. Everything I can see is owned to him, but I can't see anything.
So Azul basically closes her eyes and grabs hold of the statue and starts dragging it to the door. As she does, you see her sort of slowly but surely dragging this thing along. She then makes her way outside, statue in hand.
I close my eyes and follow. And Magnus has no words.
Yeah, Magnus, no problem.
Vincent is shocked that worked. And he will also shut his eyes and he will use the door to guide him to the other side so he can leave. And as he does, he, with his eyes closed, flips off the room.
Well done, well done. So yes, statue in hand on that front. I suppose my question is just to round this off for tonight on this one is do you guys, for the story's sake, do you guys make your way to out for now, or do you think they would have a more adventure in the space? Would be the question.
I think we should take him out and find someone that can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Azul doesn't want to give a baby unicorn back to a very weird, nefarious man.
As long as Vincent gets to keep the sword and what he gets from selling the sword, he'll assume that that's his cut.
Yeah.
And he'll be fine with the bleeding heart, bard and what do you call it? A bard and ranger.
Okay, so we're going to have the one last final scene then of you guys making your way back out to the entrance with items in hand. As you guys round the corner of the alley, you can see standing up, chatting away with the two guards at the front is Mert, talking with the guards. He hasn't spotted you in the moments, but what do you do?
This is some.
I cast. Wait a minute. I can cast my only spell that would work in this situation. I cast Silent Image.
Ooh.
And as I do, the image of this adolescent unicorn leaps over them, lands perceptively above the ground so that you can't hear the hooves, and it will run on little sparkles and it will run around the corner.
There is stunned shock from Mert, and he's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Stop!" And yeah, I think there is this scene of him running off down the alleys, chasing this image of this unicorn in the moments. As you guys will be slipping away from the alley with the real unicorn in hand, to figure out on another day what escapades you guys get up to in the depths of Waterdeep, and kind of go from there. So,
oh my god, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I love it. He'll know there's something going on, but that's great.